This is the Comic Hall Crew, and we are in the building. We are back. We are back. We are back. I have with me tonight got Al in the building.
Hold up. Hold up. Why you look so shiny and glimmery and glistening and stuff, man?
Hey, brother, I got the hook up, brother. I got the hook up.
Look at that. He done come out. Oh.
Got the new office, man.
Hey, man, he trying to make us look cheap and inferior, bro. I don't appreciate
Man,
that.
I'm still moving in and unpacking back up here.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't appreciate that,
you know
man.
this right here is the equivalent of Iron Man 300. Everybody wearing those janky old suits trying to stop the mentor or whatever, and then Tony Stark show up in the brand new modular armor talking about, "Oh, I'm back, y'all."
Oh shit!
That's what just happened.
Oh man!
Got a little kabuki lights in the back and everything, like the mood setting. You probably shoot an R&B video, like you just
like I ain't never seen Matt this clear in HD.
Man,
he is shining.
I mean, this joker look like he just
changed the camera, man. That's all. I changed the
man,
camera.
like you just came off.
I don't know, man.
Cabo, bro. Like,
you sure you got the same camera?
No,
that ain't the same. Yeah, exactly. It's a new camera. Yeah,
I'm using the HDMI card. I'm just
he upgraded. He upgraded. That's what in the time he been upgraded.
I mean, this joker skin look like he been using Noxzema and stuff. Like, come on, dog.
I actually do use Noxzema.
I didn't know.
He all fresh and clean like Easter Sunday morning.
Exfoliation is what they call it.
Well, you can carry on. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead, dog. Like, got the Beats headphones on, like everything.
Barbarian, what's up, brother? Yep. I'll be there, man. Al, you going tomorrow? Or you going?
I'm teetering, man. I'll let you know by the end of the show.
All right. I know X is going to be with me, and I hadn't heard from Larry, but Larry said if he don't have to work, he'll be there. But yeah, we'll definitely be there tomorrow. I know I'll be there for sure. And world famous Dave is going to be there as well, who sent me a message.
So you already know.
All Silver Age and Golden Age comics are half off,
man,
and all variants are half off. Yeah, and I saw some of what he's bringing up there, and I'm gonna tell you, boy,
Dave moving. Dave
cleaning house. I went and saw Dave yesterday. I had to work up there yesterday, so I stopped by to talk to him, see if he was coming. If he was going to ask a bit to show himself, which he is. So we talked for a little while. Which is also we'll talk about some of what that he'll kind of bleed into tonight's.
Man, Barbarian gonna bring the X-Men 2099s.
Good Lord. Appreciate that. I appreciate that, Chad. I might not be up there, man, because if you can see my back, I'm actually in the process of moving. Well, I'm not gonna move to the end of the year, but I'm in the process of packing. So I've been busy with that, man. But I might show up, but I appreciate you, man. But man, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you earlier, man.
Good,
you could proceed with the
you good, brother. I figured I was gonna get some grief. I knew I was gonna get some grief from somebody.
Well, let me do this. We have Puff Comics 83 and we have Outcast United IG along with me, Dusty Brick Brown, aka Al, with Matt Odom of the Comic Hall Crew. Man, come on, bro.
Yeah, man.
Matt sponsor.
All right, so
bring in the background music.
All right, y'all know what it is. It's our
time to get it.
We hadn't hit it in a while.
Yeah, man.
I got some doozies on here tonight. I'm just letting y'all know. All right, here we go.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
But my prices are reasonable. What?
Oh, there they go. There.
Out the gate, y'all. Out the gate, we have the 1989 DC Comics Batman Impulse Converse All-Star Shoe Phone.
Whip box.
Hey, man. Blow them shoes up, man. I want to see how raggedy they are.
Shoe phone whip box.
Oh, that's a phone.
That's the phone, man. Phone with the box.
I can't remember the movie that made this a joke.
Like if you buy this now, it literally is being bought as a collectible because who got a landline? Like
basically, you're right. Hey, you know what though? Hold up. I got to raise my hand. I got a landline. But the only reason why I had a landline is because my previous job forced me to get one. So.
Oh, okay. See, so then that's different though. That's an employment thing. I understand. But like,
I mean,
who grandma house gonna have this hooked up on the in the kitchen?
With the envelope, man.
Man, that's supposed to be like. I'm pretty sure that limited warranty has run out.
Now I remember it was remember the show Get Smart with the shoe phone?
The shoe phone, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole company built themselves around just that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What? That doesn't even look comfortable to hold to talk on. Like
777-9311, man.
777-9311. Shout out to Morris Day in the Time.
Yeah, baby. All right. Let's move on to our next one, y'all. I figured Chris would get a kick out of this one.
Who the what now? Who is Flash Mar? Who? I don't even know this. Like, there's so much about this that is just like peak time period for DC Comics. Like, I love DC Comics, but this cover and this character is just like they was just sitting around
trying to emulate Prince, man. What the fuck?
Right, like you know, they just sitting around. It's like, well, you know what's popular right now? That Prince guy. So can someone do like a knockoff Purple Rain cover?
Bro, this is a quarter book. I actually have this. This is a quarter book.
You got this?
Yeah, I actually got it. It was that guy there from Dave when we went to the dollar sale.
So what possessed you to say I'm gonna pick this book up?
I just said, well, hell, it's Slash Mirage. Shit, this is one of the oddball characters that might show up in Suicide Squad.
that
I'm just like,
definitely.
He deserved to get off in the beginning.
The fact that now that you mentioned the fact that he was not in the beginning of the Suicide Squad by James Gunn is sad, because I would have loved to have seen that green jacket get bullet holes put all in it.
Dang, all in it,
brother.
All in it.
Yeah.
Come on now. Who the fuck is paying that price for this shit?
Like,
I mean, I'm sitting here saying who? You know, I've never heard of this character at all. Even if I saw it in the 25-cent bin, I wouldn't want to buy it.
Exactly. This reminds me of that. So, like, you know how the comics during that time period where they went through that like grunge mean character phase or whatever, because you know Cable got a million pockets and everybody decided to get jackets, and there was a Green Lantern that they haven't brought back, thankfully, who was named Chance, if I remember right. And Hal killed him during the Twilight Dawn and all that, like Emerald Twilight. Hal ended up killing him. But he wore he was a Green Lantern who didn't come from Earth, but he wore a trench coat and a t-shirt and jeans. And this reminds me like of his story before he became a Green Lantern. That's what that looks like to me. Like that looks entirely like that. It's just
what's up, DT?
So bad. What's happening, DT?
Yeah, I saw this one was like
12.
No way in hell, man. This is like you said, Sean and Chris. Y'all had never seen this. See, this is somebody baiting somebody who's never seen this before. To be like, oh man, this has got to be something that's extremely rare. No.
Man, that's some hella bait, man. That book look ugly. It don't even cry value.
And he sounds like a character that would have showed up on like the CW Arrowverse. Like that's what like Mad Dog did. Like just random character out they just picked out of nowhere. It's like, well, you can't use Superman, but we'll give you Slash.
And who thought of using purple for the title, but the green jacket? That shit clashes. Like
someone who's never taken color theory. That's who put that cover together. That's what that is.
Like, that cover screams. That cover screams Grand Theft Auto Vice City, man. For real,
man. Don't it though?
It really does.
They got purple, blue, and green as the dominant colors on there. It's like,
just some of the. And why didn't they do a full cover? Why did they decide to do like the little box?
Half box.
And then right, like that seems so odd to me. Like they did a snapshot cover instead of doing just a full cover of it.
But they can have it.
He gonna be holding on to that for a minute.
Yeah, he ain't selling that.
I give you $3.50, and then you're asking $4 for shipping. That's bold. I have to say.
Yeah, exactly. Cobra.
Oh, I forgot about Cobra. Yeah,
Cobra looked more badass than this.
because Cobra had leather.
Yeah.
And he ate pizza by using the scissors.
Right.
This is one of the-
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Dang.
Man, when me and BB talked that movie, he legit had the scissors and cut a slice of pizza
Cut a
with
slice of pizza. Yep, there you go.
That's what you call rugged right there, boy.
it. Oh shit.
That ship has sailed and gone.
Man, that ship has sailed and sunk like the Titanic.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, what do you,
Trade paperbacks, man. Trade
all
paperbacks.
all 9 trade paperbacks. It wouldn't cost me $4,000 to hunt them down.
bro, when I saw this, I said, man, who the hell? Well, come on, man.
But then you see up above it, Matt, where it says Preacher, graphic novel collection, books 1 through 9, complete, $90, free shipping. Right above it. Like,
I'll tell you, man. Y'all ever, if you ever having a bad day, man, you just get on eBay, man. Just
cruise eBay.
Yeah, cruise eBay, man. I guarantee, bro.
Think of something you like and then cruise eBay and see how many other people like it and are charging stupid amounts of money for it.
Yeah.
$4,000 for the Preacher trade. And then,
Yeah,
what?
What?
Whoa!
Come on, man.
I'm gonna need some off because of that. I'm gonna need at least $1,000 off.
Fuck
That is-
that. I need the no. You got the nerve to put that in the photo and say, "Oh, it's still reasonable."
Right.
For this fuck. No.
Them books look like he done read them a couple of times.
What's up, Crystal?
Hey, Crystal.
Welcome.
I'm surprised they ain't got MCU in the title. That's what I'm surprised. Like future possible MCU question marks. Like
that
What's up,
show
Evan?
done,
How you doing, brother?
what's up?
that show done
Evan?
sailed and sank.
Oh, I remember when I watched the first few episodes, I was like, I can't take this shit no more.
I mean, the
I
first
like it.
episode was like okay, and then after that, it went down the toilet. Yeah, I mean,
I made it through the first season.
I mean,
I tried to watch the whole, I tried to stay with it, but
nah,
it
I
was
gave up
just.
on it, man.
And I liked the comic. The comic
Yeah.
was like outrageous.
So great.
It's in it, so it's going to be outrageous. But man, the TV show was a drag.
This was a show that should have been on Amazon. This was one of the Amazon. The Boys, this and that. I told y'all that the Boys and Midnight, all that stuff should be over on Amazon.
Yeah, like anything that Garth Ennis did definitely should be on
I would
Amazon.
love for them to pick it up. I mean, they see how great The Boys is doing. I would love for them to pick up and do a new Preacher on Amazon. It would be amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. That ship is sailed, my friend.
especially how Tony, the Preacher went on to be Tony Stark's dad in Captain America. So they wouldn't even get to use him no more.
All right. This is what Al was alluding to earlier. I
What
want y'all to
in
see this.
the fuck?
Glad we monetize.
Hold on.
Yeah.
People are selling their beta codes.
Beta.
Yep.
Beta.
But hey, scroll down, Matt. That ain't even half of it. Look at some of these prices.
$200,
Oh,
$400, $1,000 for a trial code. It ain't even the whole game. Like,
Nope. And it was a free code to them. Go ahead, man. I'm
I was
sorry.
gonna say this is called jumping the shark.
boy,
This is criminal.
Nah, they jumping into space with this nonsense.
this a whole new level of what the fuck. Because
Right.
I didn't even I've had people give me beta codes because they knew they weren't going to use them, but I didn't even think about it. Never even crossed my mind to sell the beta code. Like,
Honestly, man, this is a new low, man. Because when I saw it, like I was telling y'all before the show started, I actually applied for the beta because it was free,
Right.
And basically I didn't get it. So I'm like, I'm curious. I said, man, let me go online to see if somebody's selling this shit just to show us the sun is set. Joker's trying to say, I mean, come on, bro, $1,000, and the beta was only from yesterday to Sunday, so that's 3 days. So why would you even pay $1,000? Why would you hold up? Let me say it. Why would you even pay $1,000 to pay an incomplete game All they're trying to do is trying to test the servers to make sure that everything is cool. It's only 8 characters out of like 18 characters. So you basically trying to get somebody to pay $1,000 for a 3-day beta for an incomplete game. I want y'all to think about that.
Like, I didn't know the beta was only 3 days. I was already just like, what that? Because I figured it was only like maybe a day, but 3 days, and that still ain't long enough to pay $1,500 for.
Why the fuck they charging shipping on this shit?
Right, it's a
It's
beta
fucking code.
You're not mailing me nothing. Like, why are you charging me $7 shipping on a code you email?
They're gonna ship you. They're gonna ship you the coupon. They're gonna print it out and ship it to you.
Yep. And by that time, the
But
beta
the code ain't gonna be no good.
By that time, the game will be out.
Wow.
This is ridiculous. Man.
This is a whole new level of just.
You must be out your damn mind. You know what this is? I'm gonna show y'all what this is. Y'all hold tight. I'm gonna show you.
Oh no. He finished.
There it is.
I knew it. I knew he was coming.
I got some I was gonna save for this top 10 on that we look at on cover price, but I'll bring that out tonight.
Yeah, you need that one for this one, man. But when I saw this, y'all, I was like tripping because it was like, dude, I don't believe y'all trying to sell this. Now I'm pretty sure some shine bone that bought like maybe $130, but it was free. You didn't have to pay for it.
Right.
Bro,
I just wait till the game drop.
Right, it's gonna be a $70 game, and like you gonna pay $1,000 for the beta, and then you gonna pay $70 when the game came out. And then what if you don't like it?
Hold up, you paid $1,000 for a beta.
You could have just bought a PlayStation 5.
Right.
Two of them. 3 of them.
And just wait till the game drop.
Wait till the game drop.
There are easier ways to waste $1,000 in the course of 3 days. I'm just saying.
Should you get that in
like
regular
this-
life?
Right.
You get that, just go to the grocery store these days.
Shit. I get that on the first every month. Oh man, paid on Thursday and Sunday. I am broke. I paid
right.
Like that's a bait, man. I hope somebody whip their ass. I hope when they tell somebody that, they just slap them straight across the face like one of them Russian slapping competitions. Just bat all 5 fingers straight to the face.
I'm telling you.
Like I didn't know I had stupid friends.
Amazing.
Slap them so hard they get CTE.
Right. I wish somebody would tell me they paid that. I bought the beta. Like, you paid for a free beta? Okay.
Let's get this next one, y'all. We're gonna start off the silly season.
Knew it.
Yeah.
Larry said it.
Yeah, we're gonna start off with, get y'all a primer for what's coming tonight. I mean, I talked to, and what I was talking about before we started rolling. I talked to Dave about this yesterday, man. And I said, well, Dave, what you think about this 88 madness? And he was like, man, that's a $5 book at best. And it's the same thing me and I talked about earlier this week. I mean, if you're talking about a 9.8, this book is $20 at best, man. At a grade. Right. I mean, is this? I just save it for that's part of the main event, man. Because I figured to get cranked up, man. But y'all see this, man. It's $369, 4 copies. You spent for 4 copies. You spent damn near $400 for a book that you could have got over at Denny's, that you could have got at Lee's Chicken, that you could have got over at Old John Silver. You could have went down to Quincy's Quail Nest, Bob White Buffet. You could have went down to Shakey's.
Boy, get out of my head because I was just about to say shit.
So
you could have went to Godfather's Pizza.
Showbiz.
All right, so is it 4 copies? Is it 4 copies of 88? Because what is with the Spider-Man 155?
4 copies. You know what? I see what you're talking about. CGC Spider-Man 155. Hold on.
Right. Like, so what is?
He just throw it in there.
Just threw it in there. Look. There you go. There you go. Wolverine and Deadpool are meeting in the MCU's Deadpool 3. And it all started here. It all started here.
What? So Wolverine origins don't exist?
Right. Like Wolverine didn't exist until he met Deadpool, apparently.
Remo. Yes.
Big Remo.
Remo.
This is criminal.
This is ridiculous. Is what this is.
Yeah. Shakies.
Shakies. $400. So that's $100 a book. Once you add shipping, if you charge shipping on it, that's $100 a book. Oh, free shipping, but still.
Godfathers.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Check out Barbarian's post.
He says, I sold at 88 the Wednesday before last for $25. 9-8 candidate. The next day it shot up to 120 on Key Collector. I talked to Larry yesterday, man, and Larry was telling me he was down at the store that's south of us, and I had to catch myself.
Almost put it out.
Yeah,
there.
almost slipped. Y'all know. Yeah, inside joke.
Yeah.
They know what I'm talking about. But he said he looked up on the wall and they were selling it for 125. Bro, let me tell y'all something. I'll say it again. This is me.
Wait. Was it a raw copy or a graded copy?
This was I guess it was raw because it must have been raw.
See, I can't justify a raw copy for.
I can't justify like we must say past $5, man. I mean this book, we know this book, bro. This is if you are building your comic collection and you just starting now, you get back in the game. This is a book that you would show your friends back when you was in 9th grade, 8th grade, 7th, 6th, 7th grade.
Man, look at this. Isn't it
Look
cool?
at this cover, man. I got this. Look at this. Oh man, Wolverine getting done in by Deadpool. Wow. You know,
Right.
everybody had this book, man. I told y'all, man, you can get this book anywhere.
If you were a Wolverine fan,
Drugs for Less. You could have got it at CVS, Eckerd's.
Right.
I think that issue was in one of those Toys R Us packs back in the days.
In this book, I know for a fact. I'm not making this up when I say this. This book is in the 3-pack at Ollie's. I know this. I know this to be sure. I've seen it over there.
You about to have Ollie's get bum rush.
Well, they probably already been rush. Most folks already know this. That's why I say most folks.
I mean, you know, you saw what I posted on our IG, man. We be telling people you be sleeping on Ollie's, but Ollie's they had a business.
It's not a key. Just because it's the first time they met in comic books doesn't make it a key. It's similar to the Black Panther and Deadpool. That book was skyrocketed a couple years back.
This is a key. This is a key right here. That's a key. That is not a key. That is not a key. That needs that this book. There's so many folks gonna be so sick when this thing is over with and this book is a quarter book again.
It goes right back to where it was, if not lower.
Yeah, no, nobody ain't buying into this mess, man. We're gonna revisit this. We're gonna revisit this book anyway. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna revisit this anyway tonight. So. All right, here we go. Madam Web. This is where we at with Madam Web now, y'all. Madam Web.
They didn't even say nothing about Madam Web when they announced all the latest movies and everything. Like,
she said they got her own damn movie.
Yeah, they ain't got to say nothing. OBO, man. You know how this work. MCU. Tough.
$2,000
for Madam Web. And this is one of them books that even when I was looking for it, man, it was just overpriced. I don't know why people overprice this book. I have no clue.
I don't really care for Madam Web that much.
Right.
Like,
I just wanted the book just to have
a side character that's relevant, but not overly relevant to the point where I need to spend that money for it.
Yeah, I'm not paying. Yeah, I wasn't paying them over for in the way I purchased. If I would have bought this book, I'm talking maybe $7 to $10 at best.
I mean, if it's graded and it's a 9.1, I'd pay like $50.
No,
raw. I like you.
$18 shipping.
Whoo, get over that $2,000 mark.
Nah, nope. And I mean, just look. This is all over the place. Everybody, top dollar with that book.
That ain't top dollar. That's not a top dollar book. At least not for me, because I'm not a big, even just collecting wise. Not even a matter of being a Spider-Man fan. Collector wise, this is not a top dollar book to add to your collection because it's not going to have that longevity. Madam Web is not one of those characters that down the road you can flip and sell this book and make double your money back about. She's not that type of character.
And if we were to do a chart and just, you know, because Spider-Man's rogues gallery is just as deep as Batman's, she probably wouldn't even.
She ain't it.
She ain't even in the top 30, man, in my opinion.
She is, if we're comparing Rose Gallery, to me anyway, she right there with Condiment Man.
Bro, you dropped the hammer on that one, bro. The hammer was dropped just then, y'all. That boy went Condiment
right
Man,
there.
bro.
She right there with Condiment Man.
Serving condiments.
Because don't neither one of them matter in the long run of either character enough to make them ripples. Like,
hey, dog, you got some relish?
right. Like that's...
Hey, there you go. Barbarian dropping subliminal. Unless it's minty fresh.
Yep.
Bro, ain't nobody paying no $2,000-$3,000 for no damn Madam Web, man. I'll say it again. If you have look at me, if you have $2,000 to spend, inbox us at Comment Hall Crew on Instagram, and we will give you a compelling list of books that you can spend $2,000 on, and we guarantee you'll make a return.
Somebody gonna get caught slipping on. Somebody that don't know gonna buy this book.
Somebody has been caught slipping, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's why they do it.
Yeah,
shoot. They love slipping on the banana peel for these books.
Yeah.
Not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
Nope.
Ooh, come on, man. Look here.
Look here. Look, listen.
Nope.
Brother, please, man. I saw this. I said, brother, you got it. I mean, who in the blue hell will be looking for this? But who is even looking for anything that got to do with Michael Bay's Transformers anyway? Who is actually out there looking for anything that had to do with relevance with Michael Bay in Transformers?
Right, like
$5,000, man.
Is it signed by Optimus Prime and Bumblebee? Like was it colored with oil from their oil pans?
Is Unicron is Unicron hand delivering this?
Right, like
that's the question that need to be asked.
Hey, it was printed out on Cybertron. That's what it had.
Yeah. Like, it was mass produced. It was produced by Galvatron and shit.
Was it? Does it secretly have the matrix of leadership inside of it? Like, if I crack it open, do I become the leader of the Autobots?
Yeah. Oh man, I mean, come on, man.
Hey, I'm like, will this book actually transform me into an Autobot? You know what I mean?
Like, do I get to be like Spike from the movie, and I get to put on a little suit, and I get to go save my dad? Like, is that what's going to happen?
You know what? Everybody in the chat, hey, if y'all see crazy listings like this, y'all inbox them to us, man. We'll get them on here. We'll
spotlight them.
That's right.
Spotlight. If you see something crazy, inbox us on our IG at Comment Hall Crew. Send it to us. Send us the link, and we'll get it on there. Promise you.
We'll give you a shout out that you found this, and let's get participation from the chat. To get them.
Yeah, let us know
the search, because we scouring eBay and finding ridiculousness.
So I love how it's limited edition, rare, but there's a big old Target symbol on the top. There's a Target employee somewhere with a box of these in his house. Just waiting.
If I bought this book, once I get it, will I sound like Peter Cullen for the rest of my life?
Now, see, that might be worth $5,000.
We now return to the Transformers.
Like, that might be worth $5,000. I'm taking all the customer service jobs on the phone. I'm talking to everybody like Peter. Like,
they got, you know why this book is $5,000? Because they got it from Carbomia. That's where they got it from. This is why they're $5,000.
Carbomia, the People's Republic of Carbomia.
People's Republic, bro. All right. Let's move on here. Here we go.
It ain't even out yet, man. Come on. Come on.
I will catch it.
Come on.
I will catch this. I said, look at this. Look at this, bro.
They literally just announced this cover yesterday,
bro. We got Batman and Spawn going back to the 1990s, and this is what you come here talking about? $1,000, $2,000 for this?
The new Batman verse. That ain't even the better looking cover is the Spawn cover, and they just reverse. Batman's on the ground and Spawn standing over him is the other version.
Bro, but it says fallen Capullo sign. Like, Did they sign it already? Did they pre-sign all this shit?
Right. Like, how did you get this book signed? It does not exist yet. It is not. If you have a time machine to go to the future to get books, you need to go to the past and get a Hulk 181 and put it up for sale.
Exactly.
Like, you're using your time machine in the wrong direction.
Facts.
This is a perfect example of using your powers for evil. Like, this is not what you should be doing.
Be like Biff in the Sports Almanac, man. Take that shit back, win all the races, and marry your enemy's wife, man.
Exactly. Oh, God, this is so stupid.
Modern book.
Modern, man.
Modern book.
Modern madness, bro.
Not even future
man.
book. Not even
For
modern
that-
future.
I'm saying no. I'm just saying just modern book. Like for that personally, based on my collecting forte, I could probably get a low grade X-Men 4, the first Brotherhood of Evil Mutants for that right now. So
Yep.
I pass.
You might even find that cheaper than that.
And this variant feeds into our topic in the main event.
It sure does.
Variant for D.
I can say we're gonna revisit a lot of this tonight. So
I love about $30 for 24 months. By that time, the book will actually be out.
Yep.
Oh God.
No. No. And it's signed by Stan Lee. Little, they're gonna exploit that man's death.
It's actually
his
5.
signature, man.
It's actually 5 signatures because it's got Stan Lee plus 4. I see Fabian Nicienza.
But they're going to use Stan Lee's name as the front runner so they can try and sell to some sucker.
Of course.
So you got Stan to sign it 4 times, then you got somebody to do a sketch on it.
It's 4 of the signatures on there. Fabian, Liefeld, of course.
Feet man.
No feet.
No.
I mean, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it looks horrible with all the signatures all over the front.
And why are you taking a shitty ass photo? What the fuck, bro? We trying to examine this shit, and you give us this fucking bright ass photo of a slab, and it's hard to examine the book.
Look at that's all you need. Right there in that box on the right is everything that's wrong with this book. This book. Look at that book.
He charging so much for it because he took this photo on his iPhone 2 and he's trying to upgrade.
Damn.
That's why he's charging $3,000 for it. That's all. Yeah. The iPhone 14 Pro don't buy itself.
Oh shit! Ow! What the fuck?
This is what this segment, boy. I swear we can do a whole show on this stupid shit. I mean, just Alf. Who the fuck is out here looking for Alf for sake of Master System? Hey, Jace, I'm sorry if you're looking for it, brother. I don't mean to butt shit.
No, right, but
don't put his name up. Don't put his name up on this.
Only person in this hemisphere that would even
who out here looking for Alf?
We all know he ain't paying that for it, so we already know that. Man, come on, man.
You really better off buying the Alf Rake cover, of comics.
I mean, for that price, you can buy the actual Alf outfit and just hire a little
for that price. You can buy for that price. You could buy the actual reel from the actual TV show.
Right, you can buy the pilot. Hell, for that price, you could probably reshoot the pilot. Ain't none of them working. Shit.
Hell no.
Just buy the costume and be Alf for Halloween.
Man, it's so much cheaper.
No, man.
Be a tall Alf. You look like a tan Wookiee.
And then I think this was that's the other one. That's the other one. Yeah, and then that's it. So, all right, y'all. Yeah, that is it for this week. Madness that is. You must be out your damn mind. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all are seeing anything in these eBay streets, y'all make sure y'all inbox us at Comic Hall Crew. Send us what you see on the boulevard, and we will make sure that we bring the madness to the masses. Because there's a lot of that bullshit over there on eBay. There's a lot of that over there. All right, y'all. Let's keep this train rolling. I want to put out a disclaimer before we get started on this list tonight.
Oh,
This
man.
list is probably one of the worst lists, and I'm not knocking Cover Price. I enjoy their website, but this list of books that you're about to see, you can't unsee it. Go ahead, Al.
And let it also be known that I told Matt and Larry this last week.
Yeah,
what we about to see.
Yep, I will put a disclaimer out there too. I was on the phone when Al said this to Larry. He said, this book will see new heights that have not been seen. Larry said, no, man, ain't nobody gonna be buying that book like that, man.
Oh,
And what you're about to see,
It's
you
proof.
cannot unsee, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The cover price top 10. Number 10. The book that should actually be up at the top spot. That should be up at the top.
Like, why is that not number
That's
one?
at the bottom. That show you how ass backwards it is.
Oh,
This
this
is
is
at
gonna
the
be
bottom
bad.
of the list.
This is gonna be bad.
I forgot about that annual, man.
Yeah, me and Al talked about that Wednesday about this annual Wolverine. Me and Larry talked about it last night about this annual. I said, Larry, Wolverine annual, bro, Wolverine annual, man.
That would be the last thing you think of, man. The fact that they put it on this list, now people going after it.
I mean, brother, top weekly sales. Look at this.
I already see that Wolverine one up there.
Yeah,
the other one.
We're gonna get this one a pass because this is this now for those who have not bought this book. If you have not bought this Wolverine #1 from the 82 run, you need your behind whoop. If you're trying to talking about you want to buy the sale, do not buy this book right now, please. Do not buy this book right now.
You will overpay for this book.
You have overpaid. You have overpaid. Do not buy this book unless it's $4 or $5 at best. $127 top weekly sale. Remo, good luck on finding this one, brother. Because that's the one Remo looking for. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, good luck on that, Remo.
I have no clue what this is right here. This is all Chris, Sean, y'all.
I remember
make an appearance in the X-Men or something like that. I remember seeing that character.
Yeah, but
I don't remember.
I don't know why it's number 7. This don't make no sense.
New Mutants 98.
Man, this book done fell off and on charts, man, for so long, man. It ain't
right.
Funny, man.
If you ain't got it by now, just go ahead and just call it quits.
I mean,
Wolverine 155. This one's a little tricky because it's a late run.
You know, I have that issue.
Yeah.
I don't have the one above it, but I like that cover of Liefeld better than the one above it.
Yeah, because there's no feet involved.
And the 154 just looks average to me.
It's 154 is too busy, and Liefeld has never been good at doing busy covers.
Yeah.
His art style does not lend itself to having multiple characters on the same time. It just don't work. That's living proof.
Fucking premium at this? The Toys R Us? What the
Toys R Us at this? You hear me, brother? Toys R Us, man. Wait, let me tell y'all something. I'll put y'all on something too. Y'all wait till these Pressman variants start popping up. Y'all think this bad? Y'all wait till the Pressman variants start popping up out of the X-Men series when the X-Men get hot. Y'all just wait. Y'all remember Pressman came in. It came in the comics, came in the card game, and you just wait. Wait till you see when they start popping up. Yeah, this is where we at now. Toys R Us. Jeffrey the Giraffe, ladies and gentlemen. For my youngsters out there, y'all, you go look up Jeffrey the Giraffe.
Right.
Yeah, for my youngsters.
Some of y'all don't know what that is. Go school yourself.
I miss
Dr.
Toys
Alpha.
R Us.
I love the random Star Wars out of nowhere on the list.
Yeah, you
Just-
gotta throw Star Wars in there.
Hey,
You know, it's like,
wait,
hey, we're not gonna be denied. Star Wars is
right.
Hey, do me a favor. Pick that Star Wars off the floor for me and bring it over here. Let's put it.
We're gonna put it on the list.
Get off the floor. And then, of course, the madness.
The madness that is.
That is.
That's a good thing, though.
Very good thing.
Yeah. Hold on just a second, y'all. Let me pull up the CBS side. 10. I meant to get that. I mean, that book, that man is. Yeah. All right. Here we go. We'll just transition right over.
Madness.
Yeah.
Complete
All right.
madness.
All right. Good old LB Cole. Spook 29. I could just tell by the colors. I knew that was LB Cole. 5.5 sold for 1,800. It's about right. Garbage Pail Kids. Never seen this. I know from before. I do know Garbage Pail Kids are relatively popular. Batman. Here you go. Here you go, Chris. Batman 22. Thiago da Silva. NYCC variant. One of 800. Here we go. One of 800.
Might as well not
$80.
exist to me. New York City variants and Comic-Con variants just don't exist to me because the odds of you getting one without it breaking your bank is ridiculous and not worth it.
That's it right here. I'm gonna roll this out through. Here we go. $1. You just wait. Y'all just wait. Somebody paying 75, 80 for this. Y'all wait. You will see. The boys. A reprint. This is a reprint of the book that was hot about what was this 2 years ago? About a year or two ago. And here it is. This is where we at. We reprinting books that just came out. So we're gonna double down on that.
Man.
Here we go. Chris, Superman fan.
I am, but I got the original. I got the original in the black bag. Why do I want a red foil variant to join it to sit there? Because you're not gonna make no money off of it. Like it's
why? Why even bother with it?
Right.
Like you got the original, and you got the other variants that had after the original, including the gray bag one,
the white bag and the gray bag. Yeah, like
so I'm like, the fuck.
And I get it.
A 2022 version.
The anniversary just went by, and they re-released a trade paper or whatever with like all the collected volume of it. But like that's still just. I ain't even buy it because I got like 2 versions of the Death Superman already. And like I don't need no more. Like, how many times can you really read about Superman dying before you just?
Y'all just wait till they start reprinting them Steel comics.
Man, I don't want them to. Leave Steel alone.
Y'all just wait.
Then they gonna put a ultimate edition of the Steel Blu-ray movie.
Don't do that. That's torture, man.
Gold plated.
Boy,
that is torture.
Hey, you know what though? If they did that, I'd buy it just for the hell of it though.
I saw it's on Steel is on HBO Max, man, and I was just like, I can't. As much as I love the character, like I just can't bring myself to watch it.
No, you don't, Remo. You don't want that. You don't want that.
Another Batman. We got Tyler Kirkham. 1 in 1,000. $120 to $140. Yeah, I saw Star Wars down there. I saw the Star Wars, but we're gonna pop over that because all that is a version
from the Visions and variant cover. Yeah,
and then we have the Remo. We have the Remo special. We have the Remo
8 billion genies.
8 billion genies, but they don't have Remo's edition.
8 million genies.
Nah, I ain't worried about that. I'm just happy Man Thing is here to break up the monotony.
Right.
And of course, yes, Man Thing is here. And if you got Savage Tales, then congratulations. Congratulations. Brother X is in.
Hey, what's happening, X?
Brother?
How y'all doing?
Great. I'm glad to see you, man.
I appreciate that, man.
And you walk right in. You missed the madness, but he missed the eBay madness. But we'll talk about some of those prices in just a little while. The madness. But yeah, Sean Man Thing is on here. Should be a little bit higher, but the good stuff is tucked away. Dark Ride number 1. No clue what it is. You know. Isom. This is the book that the fella did a while back on the Kickstarter.
I remember that vaguely though. I remember it.
Cause you ain't shit, man. hey, Sean, cut that out and put that on the channel. And then, of course, one of the all-time most selling comic books of all time. If you Spawn number 1, I mean,
you should already have that book. If
you're Spawn,
it's all over the place.
Yeah. But for those, don't go into this. I'm glad it's Wolverine.
Wait a minute.
Don't fall for those.
Spawn jumped up just because they found another writer.
Right.
Hey man, y'all know how this work, man. OBO, Amazon, Tough, Hulu,
MCU,
Tubi.
For free.
Freebie.
Why you did say Tubi?
Yeah, he did.
Man,
He might well say Shudder.
Yeah. Showtime
Right.
video.
I
Showtime
flicks just to watch those low budget flicks.
Slickster.
Yeah.
Voodoo.
Right.
3,000. Y'all know how this work.
Oh man.
Shoot, dog.
So that's our top 10 list, y'all. Let's go into this next topic here, y'all. Let's talk about the madness that is no, we don't want to hear nothing about this. We don't hear nothing about the cyber. Y'all had 3 years to get that shit right. We don't hear nothing about it. Marvel's Blade, man. Mashallah Ali is pissed.
Say his name again. Say his name again.
Ali.
Mashallah.
Mashallah. Ali.
Ooh.
Frustrated.
I hate why he look like that.
Hey, man. Hey, brother X. My boy say he is very frustrated.
So is he as frustrated as Wesley Snipes on the 3rd movie?
Right.
Oh, well, he gonna keep his eyes closed.
Triple H.
They gonna have to CGI the eyes on him. Oh my god.
Triple H.
I mean, vampire dogs. You know
what I never understood about vampire movies. Why do they have to show their fangs?
So you know that they're actually vampires. Otherwise, how would you know?
I guarantee you, I would know that you're a vampire. You don't have to.
Well, apparently in Hollywood, it is either that or you sparkle in the sun. That's how people know you're a vampire. Apparently, them the only 2 ways.
And we just came off of talking Blackula yesterday, man. The great William Marshall.
Let me speak.
You hear? Apparently, the director of Blade though quit because him and Ali had a falling out or a disagreement. The director quit.
I'm gonna say this right quick, and I'm gonna turn it over to Al. Go get Disney. Let Guillermo del Toro do what he does best, and just walk away, or get that guy that did.
That ain't gonna work though.
They can't do that.
Okay, well, get the guy from Werewolf by Night then, damn it.
Like Guillermo is too dark for Disney. They can't do that, and he too all over the place.
Yeah.
All right,
Dracula have he'll be the pale skin and he already got pale skin, but he'll be the pale man / ape sapien. And the what's the Shape of Water? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
At least the vampires would be right though.
Hey y'all, correct me if I'm wrong, but when old boy signed up for this movie, right? He put it out there that he wanted to be Blade, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And they gave him the role off the strength of him winning that Oscar for that movie. I can't remember the name of the movie. Now, I told Matt them, and I might sound real evil for saying this, but that's what he signed up for. I mean, I understand being frustrated with the process and everything, but it ain't like they came to you and said, hey, man, you want the movie role? Like, yeah, you put it out there that you wanted it. So why you upset? And I know I'm just playing devil's advocate. I can understand the man being pissed, but you know that old saying, you get what you pay for. First off, I don't see this movie being R-rated for one, and that's mistake number 5. So, and I read in another article that he was, it said he read the script, but somebody read the script and it was only like 2 action scenes in the whole script, and they weren't even like action scenes. And I know Wesley Snipes was back, so reading that, laughing like real hard. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so I got a question for you. Not to cut y'all out, but I got to ask this question. Can he even fight?
I don't even think he got fight skill. Meanwhile, Wesley Snipes, like 78 years old and still doing high kicks and stuff.
And Wesley Snipes was a master. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, not was, is a master.
Right.
You know, so like we learned that in Demolition Man. So we're like, oh, he really doing this. Okay. So of course he gonna have more fighting, more action scenes and sequences,
right,
than Cottonmouth.
Me personally, man, I would have thought that Marvel would have, if Wesley Snipes is not going to be in the movie, I would have thought they would have at least brought him on as an advisor or something. Because let's face it, if it wasn't for Wesley Snipes' vision and who he worked with at the time, if it wasn't for their vision, they wouldn't even be doing a Blade movie right now. Because everything that they're doing is pretty much off the strength of what Wesley Snipes did back in 97, 98. So I can see why the movie having problems, and it's probably going to continue to have problems because, you know, we all know, man, the first 2 Blades was lightning in a bottle, and that movie literally gave notice to a character that was an ex-lister at best.
Hell, it changed the character.
Yeah,
like Blade was a vampire hunter, but he wasn't the skilled fighter that Wesley was. So when Wesley took over that role, it became to the point where now all we see on Blade is Wesley Snipes. So we assume that, hey, he got to do that karate. You know, he got to kick ass. You know, and that's the thing with Ali is like, we ask, can he fight? You know, because we're going to automatically compare the movies to those Snipes movies because that's what we were introduced to the character with the Wesley Snipes movies.
Because don't nobody want to think about Sticky Fingers playing Blade. Don't nobody want that. Nobody wants that.
I'll tell you one thing, you can never sneak up on them, boy. That man see everywhere.
But yeah, like I don't know. Like I figured with him because I don't know if he can fight either. So for me, it was just like, okay, the script is 90 pages, but I've heard the movie is supposed to span from like the 1800s to 1980.
Ooh, shit!
Right, that's a long time for 90 pages.
Bro, they're gonna have Dracula looking like Dracula back in the 30s, man. Like Nosferatu, man.
Hey, he looked better than what we got in Blade Trinity. I tell you that.
Oh my god.
A snake. A snake.
Man.
Dracula was a snake.
Yeah.
That's a bad movie, man.
A fucking snake.
See, I would have brought Wesley Snipes back to be Dracula just to see if they would let me do it.
I would have brought Wesley Snipes in as
yes, I know
as Whistler.
Yeah, exactly.
He would have been the one coming up with everything. He would have been his mentor. I would have been cool for that. That would have been one of the roles where I'm actually cool with changing the quote unquote race of somebody because it makes sense to have the former Blade actor playing the mentor to the new Blade actor.
Yep.
So I would have been cool with that.
Gave him the fighting skill, teach him that, you know, the weaponry and all that.
They could have even gone and just brought Wesley back and just did a Daughter of Blade. I mean, they're doing a Daughter of Blade comic book in February for Black History Month next year. They could have timed it and just did a Daughter of Blade movie and just been done with that.
They could have pulled a Creed and just had him have an illegitimate son that took up the mantle. You know what I'm saying?
Could have been the son of the chick from the first movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Now that would have been deep.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's just us spitballing, and yet they can't get this shit together.
Right. I mean, and if you think about it, I mean, real talk, timeline matchup.
Exactly. It would time out perfectly.
But internet be tripping, man. I mean, look over here, man. Look at this shirt here, man. premium thick cut. Yeah, boy.
They know your shopping habits,
They
man.
talking about Blade, man. They talking about bacon.
Yeah, man. I agree with you on that, Chris. That'd been a really dope concept they did.
Yeah, like there were a couple of ways they could have gone instead of trying to do if they wanted to relaunch the Blade character, and do like and have it fall in line with a lot of other things that they're doing with their MCU stuff, where where females are taking over the character leads and stuff like that. Like they could have easily just done it and done that, or done the illegitimate son or whatever, just something like other than what they're doing, because this does not seem to be working. This movie, if it ever actually does see the light of day, I will be watching it on Netflix.
Wait, was Whistler created in the movie, or was he created in the Spider-Man cartoon? Because I remember him being in the cartoon.
He was in the
first.
cartoon.
He was definitely.
He was in the cartoon.
That's where I remember him from.
You know what? At the end of the day, what may end up happening if they keep having these, issues, man, we may see Blade like we saw Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
I mean,
on Disney Plus.
While you driving though, I mean, they just Armor Wars. They just took that from a series and made it a movie, so they can easily replace that. Yeah, they could flip it.
Yeah, make it to a TV show.
I mean, it'll give him since he not happy, we can give him 6 to 8 episodes to do whatever he think he wants to do.
Yep.
Now, I've been thinking about it. When I asked my question, since I asked the question, can he fight? I mean, hey, at this point, the MCU, with the exception of the I'm not calling him the Iron Fist. What's his name? Finn Jones.
The vacuum salesman.
Yeah, with the exception of him, they've taught everybody how to actually fight. They work with the choreograph and whatnot.
Yeah.
With good stunt choreographers and whatnot, and they can do it. But how he knows how Marvel works. So what is he tripping on? Like he hasn't been through this before.
That's what he signed up for.
That's what I said at the beginning. That's what he signed up for. And they didn't come to him. He came to them.
Right. And I want to be Blade.
But my thing is like I said, he knew from production on Luke Cage how Disney operates. So what is he? I don't get it.
Well, Disney, you have to think though, because Luke Cage was on Netflix, Disney may not have had as big of a hand in its production.
Feige still had his hand on it,
but not as much as their own movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, just saying, because it's difference between a Disney production set and a Netflix production set.
So I just want to say, are we talking the recent She-Hulk episode?
Man,
that's on the
did we transition into that?
That's Nick. Just hold tight.
Hey, that series needed that.
It did.
You sure did.
As a matter of fact, hold on, Al. We'll go ahead and we'll just go ahead and transition to that now, man. That last episode of She-Hulk was hilarious. Because see, what happened was I missed last week's episode, so I thought I saw last week's episode.
You didn't miss nothing.
Yeah.
And I told Larry, I said, Larry, the fuck am I sitting there watching a group therapy session? And he said, oh, you gotta watch this week's episode. So when I watched it last night before I went to bed, I said, oh well, this is what it was right. This is what it's about. Hey, I'll go ahead and take it, brother.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. I'm glad you, bro. Thank you, X, for bringing that up, man. Because I watched both of them. Werewolf by Night, and hope we talk about that too. And She-Hulk. Now, I've told y'all the last show we had, man. I didn't have any issues with She-Hulk as a show. It wasn't on the top of my list in terms of where I am with other Marvel shows, but it was not a bad show. Now, I will say this in defense of that show last week, that group therapy session. I kind of saw where they were actually taking the character of She-Hulk in terms of her conflict between her Jennifer Walters alter ego and She-Hulk. I get all of that. That last episode, and I told Larry this, and Larry, if you're watching, that was the episode with Jennifer, with She-Hulk and Daredevil. That how something. Okay, so y'all know how some of these shows on Disney Plus, Marvel shows, it's that one episode that actually, I call it turning the corner. Like that one episode that be like, okay, so the show, the series been okay thus far, was that one episode that clicked. That was that episode. That episode 7.
Yeah.
That was the best episode to date. I mean, all the way through from beginning to end, even that old dumbass frogman stuff. All of it played a role, which I can't see why that Marvel team up still went up for that bull. But anyway, that was some BS, man. I got mine for $3. Shout out to Larry. But anyway, that was that episode, man. It was because when I watched it at the end of the show, everything happened. She got pissed off and stuff. I started thinking Savage She-Hulk. I said, man, they could go pretty much anywhere with this whole. Like that was the episode that turned the corner. Go ahead, Sean.
It finally gave you something to really latch on. You know, it's something that Bruce subtly mentioned to her about. You never know when you'll lose control, and it finally came to head in this episode. I feel like when we were talking about Blade and how he was upset that they only had like 2 action scenes. I was like, man, I like She-Hulk, but we ain't got no action to balance out the drama. And there are times where it's just too slow, and it's teetering on boring before you get something that's interesting.
Right.
And I'm like, this episode finally gave you that injection of life, with Daredevil. With the callback to Netflix, with the whole, as soon as the hallway showed up, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Right.
You hear the little Daredevil theme in one part, and I was like, and Matt Murdock was like just so charismatic in his way of talking and stuff. I was like, man, he done took over the damn show. I was like, already he done took over the show. Go ahead, Al.
Now, one thing, I'm gonna pass it on to somebody else. The one that if I had to put one negative mark against that show was that doggone Walk of Shame, man. That right there, man.
Yeah,
but can you call it a Walk of Shame though?
Yeah, no, but
he was whistling. And the man was barefoot.
This man was
barefoot
in his Daredevil costume, man.
Some people saying it was the stride of pride.
Yeah, it was.
That's kind of about right there, bro.
Hey man, I don't know if y'all saw in the group chat. I said they showed laying into how loose She-Hulk is.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing too, man. Because that's something that we should talk. We joke about that with her Juggernaut and everybody who she's been through.
But
and then you see it play out, boy. It's funny as hell.
Hey! Just imagine if
7 episodes.
Just imagine if this was on Netflix, like She-Hulk on Netflix, and the stuff they were doing on there.
Hey Sean, I'll tell you what,
butt ass nigga.
Yeah, right.
I'll tell you what, if she come out of bed with Deadpool, then that book going back through the roof.
Well, you know that's
LCU.
You know that's Disney Plus.
On some forums yesterday with people, and I know some of them were joking, but some of them weren't joking. Talking about me, I need to find out which book Daredevil Bank She-Hulk in, so I can put it on sale and all that kind of stuff.
It was seriously hard. You know what I'm talking about?
He might have. Right. He might have had to look that hard.
Probably did.
Well, if she ever banged Juggernaut, I got 2 copies of that book.
Man, I will say so. This show though, it started out real good, and then it just. I was like, for 3 episodes in a row, I was like, man, what am I watching, bro?
What am I doing?
What am I watching?
Back up, yeah.
Like, if without being sued for slander or anything, this should have been the series that a certain person was talking about online instead of WandaVision. You know what I'm saying? I would have been behind him the whole time if he was talking shit about this show. But oh well. But I don't want to get sued. no suing.
And the whole thing.
I cease and what is it? I cease and desist myself.
like the whole thing with Titania, I was like, come on now. Can we get an actual throwdown instead of what we've gotten in this series?
I was expecting a lot more from Titania. The way that they showcased her, like as the show was coming up, as like she was going to be the main villain through the whole show. And like you said, Sean, we've gotten like 1 or 2 fights. Like
they battling in court over perfume and the name of She-Hulk.
Right.
Like, what? I mean, some of this is comic accurate, but at the same time, they could have just did it in a way where they just throw down. because that's
Titania,
what.
well, like the actress that plays Titania, it's like she's forcing herself. Like it's nothing natural. At least the chick that plays that plays Jen, hers is natural. You know what I'm saying? It's like you could tell she's real comfortable in her role. But the Titania, but I'm like, great day.
I think the episode injected life. Matt Murdock was a boost to the show.
Yeah,
Definitely.
And they used him very well in terms of how he actually was brought on. And it actually made me look forward to his show, which ain't coming out to like 2030. But I'm exaggerating, of course. But I'm interested to see how they gonna run that show, you know. But yeah, man, that to me, that was where the show turned the corner, because like you said, Sean, it gave you something to really like, okay, so yeah, you know, they showing her getting piped and all that kind of stuff, and she getting upset. Then she see the Joker's that bootleg Great Value Wrecking Crew in the back, and you know, she run through the
and one of them
the
at
wall.
the group therapy. I'm like, wait a minute, since when the records show up at the group therapy, man?
We all need
You
help
know,
sometimes.
I think at the end, though, honestly, I think all that stuff is gonna tie in, because you know, it was crazy. Like when she went on the date with the dude, he tripped me out though, talking about that spear. He talking about, I got more African stuff. Wakanda forever, man. I don't know why that cracked me up, man.
Yeah, I caught that shit too.
Yeah, because he was a vampire, right? On the brother in the group therapy.
No, that dude. I thought the guy that she. Oh no, the guy that she went on a date with was one of the wrecking crew. I thought.
Yeah, I was talking about the one at the group there, but she did go on the date with one of the wrecking crew members.
Yeah, but yeah, I thought overall, man, it was a much better episode, man. You know, than the previous episodes and stuff, man. So hopefully. And it's crazy because I was thinking, okay, so they got 2 more episodes. So they dropped Matt Murdock on us on the 7th episode. So they gotta have something else that's gonna really kind of like knock our socks off. At least I'm hoping. Right. But at least we got a really good episode, man. I was pretty pleased with that episode last night. So I mean,
Thursday, now can they follow up and continue getting better with these next 2 episodes?
I hope so. Because for me, the show's been kind of like borderline. It's like, and you know, like I said, I've laughed a couple of times and stuff, and be like that Titania thing, like, okay.
Oh, I wanted that brother who made the Daredevil suit and her suit. I'm like, he needs to go, man.
Yeah, man.
First of all, the dress he made for her when she went to that little get together, I was like, come on, bro. That the black people were making fun of that shit on Twitter. They're like, we know Seahawks fashion in the comic books, and you make her that shit? What?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? And I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's kind of interesting, and I think there's a lot of stuff that happens in this show that kind of goes unnoticed. It's like, I was thinking that episode, I was wondering, like, okay, so this dude is supposedly the dude to go to for superheroes, for costumes and stuff. Where is he getting his material from?
Right.
Where did he get Iron Man's costume? I mean, not Iron Man, but Iron Fist. What kind of influence do you have on that show? Why couldn't he have made a suit that made that show better than what it was?
And I'm like, he made Daredevil suit, but I'm like, so they ignoring the dude who made his red suit in the shows?
Yep.
Well, then again, you know, that dude was in Hell's Kitchen, though, right?
Yeah. I forgot his name, but you know, he was one of the kooky ones. You know, he's a brute, but at the same time, he was he built Kingpin's suit, and that's where Matt said, you know, you make my suit.
Yeah.
Didn't his name begin with an M?
Melvin.
Yeah, Melvin, I think it was.
Yeah.
But just for the simple fact that old boy, I ain't mean to cut you off, X, but just for the simple fact that old boy has created a suit for She-Hulk that actually, you know, it's got PIM particles in it or something. Like, I'm curious, like, where did he get his stuff from?
Pin
Hey,
particles.
that dude
Yeah.
is hilarious. That he might be the funniest character on the whole show to me, though. The 2 or 3 episodes he been in.
Kind of remind me of A-Train for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah,
Gay A-Train. He looks like the dude that plays
I
A-Train.
like now that you mention it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right, fellas.
Hey, I'm be right back, y'all.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
All
Melvin
right.
Powell.
All right. Werewolf by Night.
Now I have not watched this yet.
Neither have
I
I.
watched
Not yet.
a little bit of it. I'm not saying it was bad or anything. I just was tired last night, so I got to go back and watch it. I have heard nothing but good things about it personally. Everybody I know.
Hey, Mac.
Yeah.
Can I answer this question right here?
Go ahead, brother.
Honestly, I think 666, and thank you for joining us. I honestly think this is probably going to lead into a Red Hulk situation.
Well,
So-
she dropped it. Well, yeah, she dropped that. You heard that last night? And I mean, last night, like he was watching it with me. When on the show, she mentioned when she was talking about, she said something about Red Hulk in the show.
Really?
Yeah, she said something about Red. Yeah, it was. You could go back and watch the part
I
where
missed
she's
that.
talking about what she's talking about. Oh, this is the season finale, and then she started talking about stuff that could happen. And she
Yeah.
said, well, maybe I can go
Oh,
Red.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's actually what I thought for that. I thought she was gonna get so damn mad she was gonna get red at the end of the episode. I was like, oh shit, she might go red. She's so damn mad. But yeah. And then get ready for that book to be on our. You must be out
That would have been too soon, though.
True.
That would
What
have
do
been
you
too
think
soon
about
for
the
her to be
new-
red.
For the news about Harrison Ford being the replacement for William Hurt.
He
Where's
could pull it off.
Where's it too soon for that?
I can see that.
No, where's it too soon for that?
So I know where you're going with that.
Yeah. I seen Kingdom Comics post on that.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah, I can
Like,
see that.
you mean tell me it's okay to recast Thunderbolt, but not
He gonna play-
T'Challa?
Hey, put that back on. He gonna play Red Hulk, baby. Well, Apollo, he gonna play Red Hulk, baby.
Shout out
So
to
you-
Rita.
So you hadn't watched you didn't watch Werewolf by Night, man?
I didn't watch all of it.
I haven't
fell
watched it
asleep on
either.
last
No,
night.
man.
I'm gonna go back and watch it. I just fell asleep on it last night.
I liked it. I thought it was cool with the way they approached it, and I'm hoping that they use different. I hope they use that method in the future. It gives us some variety, man. It was like a throwback. Remember when CBS used to have them specials, the special events and stuff, or them special presentations? It reminded me of that, and it was
It's
done
kinda like
very well, man.
Hey, you remember the old Universal movies? They used to come out. They did back when we
Right.
and we released them. Frankenstein and Bride of Dracula and all that stuff.
Right. So I mean, the only thing that I didn't too much care for, I get why they made him like this, but Werewolf, he kind of looked like was not Boris Karloff, was it Boris Karloff or whoever, Lon Chaney.
Boris Kojo.
Like Lon Chaney.
Shut up.
Boris Kojo.
Boris Kojo. I don't think he ever played a werewolf, but yeah, man, it was good. I liked it. I really did. Now, like, I agree with Larry. Man Things probably was the most comic accurate character in the MCU that I have seen. They didn't change nothing from him. Nothing. So yeah, I think y'all like it.
I don't see where they would be able to take liberties with him though. I don't know how they could have altered the way he looked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, they might have.
Have you watched it?
Huh?
Have you watched it?
Nah, I done had so much going on this week.
I knew you snuck She-Hulk in there. I didn't know if you snuck that in there.
I also forgot about Werewolf by Night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
it kind of came out of nowhere, like
right
within all the news that's been happening. Like Werewolf by Night just snuck up, and I saw a post like, "Shit, that's out."
Right, because they had just did the trailer, and then the next thing you know, 2 weeks later, it was on TV or streaming services.
You forgot about it because of everything else going on. But I'll watch it.
It was a good change of pace, man. I mean, it was really different. Of course, we're in the Halloween season, so it was fitting for them to drop it like they did. But I thought it was pretty good. I think that if they're going to introduce more people in the MCU, they could do it that way, because they didn't do any type of origin. They just told a story, had all these folks in there, bam, that was it. So it was cool.
Speaking of Halloween,
yeah,
have y'all seen the new Hellraiser?
I heard it was good though.
It's out.
Yeah, it came out yesterday.
Oh, I have to watch that.
Now I did watch that because it. Well,
hey man, 1 to 10, man. Rate that, brother. What would you rate that, man?
All right, so
it's gotta be better than all the sequels after 2.
Damn sure gotta be better than the one.
It's better. Yeah,
I would say damn sure gotta be better than the one with the World War II pilot, boy. God
Almighty. That was part 3. That was part 3.
Part 3 was the beginning of the end for it.
Right.
It was doomsday, that boy.
I would honestly, after watching it one time, I'm gonna give it a 7, only because, like I said, I was, all the stuff I've been going through this week, I was watching it and I wasn't fully alert, you know what I'm saying? But I like the direction that they were going. But y'all know how critical of movies I am. I kind of saw what was gonna happen before it happened. You know what I'm saying? But it's a good one. I'm not gonna sit there and say it's not like Halloween compared to the original Halloween. You know what I'm saying? Well, we needed this, but I'll say it's definitely something that is way better than part 3 and beyond, all the way up to Judgment. All that shit. This Hell Priestess though, she all right. She all right. She is on par with Doug Bradley as Pinhead.
I thought the Cenobites in the movie looked way too clean in terms of their design. Like they didn't gross me out like those Cenobites from the first few movies. Like especially Chatter. I thought Chatter was way better in the original compared to what I saw in this recent one.
Right.
But I thought the movie was fine. I watched it and the main characters I wasn't fully attached to.
Right.
I felt like that was the weakest aspect of the movie.
Right.
And we didn't really, there was scenes that was dark and you didn't really get to see too much like blood and gore like in the original. So it was almost like they were hesitant to really go full bore with it. But I did like the sleekness of the movie, and the Cenobites were fine, even though they wasn't as graphic as the original. Right. But I thought it was a fine movie.
But another thing I did like about it, and this isn't spoiling anything, even though Pinhead is the head priestess now, but it's still like the other Cenobites, they are of equal status.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it wasn't, we gotta wait and see what the priestess wants to do. They're like, hey, we coming to collect. And it didn't matter which one it was. It's like, all right, I'm close by. Let me go ahead. Now, fuck you. Let me get to what I'm going after and keep going. Like, and there was a scene in there just like that. Like literally, you're like, oh shit, damn. And then he just like, nah, you are not. He turned into the Terminator. Like, you're not the prime objective. I got to get here.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was the chick with the piercings and all that. With the she could have easily been Pinhead. How vicious she was. She didn't like when I say
give 2 fucks. Man.
Yeah, 0 fucks.
She was in there to say, "Oh, you mess with the box? We gonna set you up."
Right. Your blood, yours. Okay.
Soon as somebody blood drop on you, mark. Right. That's it. Right.
She said, "Oh, yours, right?" No.
And it wasn't a whole lot of chain action neither. Like we saw the chains used, but compared to the first movie, I was
the chains in this one were cheesy though, man.
Yeah, it didn't.
I was like,
it didn't have the strong effect.
Damn. Right now, no, don't say damn though, because the way this lament box is, bruh, it's a fucking puzzle. Like it is a real deal puzzle this time, which is something that we never seen. All the other ones, you sit there and turn the circle 1,500 times, and then all of a sudden it pops out and then goes back in, and then it turns into the Leviathan triangle. No, this bitch got stages, bruh. And it's a method behind the madness to this one, and I did appreciate that more than just people turning a circle on a box that somehow, some way, always ended up in somebody's hand, even though it was either lost in space or dropped in cement or turned into a digital feed.
Yeah, it's just the characters weren't as interesting, and nobody could replace the sadisticness of Frank from the first movie,
right?
The first two movies, like that dude was fucking sadistic as hell.
So this is what I don't like about a lot of these modern day movies, and it's gonna sound like I'm trying to be transphobic or homophobic or anything like that, but if you're going to use a transgender character, stop forcing the narrative down people's throat. Just let it be natural. Let it be organic. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to have a transgender woman and her brother is a homosexual male. You know what I'm saying? Who boyfriend lives with them in their house. You don't need to force that down people's throat because it has nothing to do with the story. You know what I'm saying? Just if it's organic, let it flow. Stop pushing the narrative, But I ain't trying to get us flat with the alphabet gang. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna switch over right quick. Want to give answer this question that was in the chat earlier. I saw the Super Mario trailer, and I'm excited to see that. So,
man, that thing looks so clean.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that movie, man. It's really good.
I ain't even seen the trailer, but I already know it looked better than what we got with John Leguizamo and
Paulo. You got that fool, man. This joke is a fool, man. I mean, he like this on everybody's channel, man. He's making me even funny, man. That joke is hilarious, man.
Hey, man.
But yeah, man, that trailer look good, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Even Jack Black as Bowser is like, okay. I was kind of skeptical at first.
Well, Al, I didn't know he was doing it until after I saw that. When I saw the credits, and I was like, "Oh, is that who that was?" They got a star-studded cast for that movie too.
Yeah.
So that's going to the theater, right? It's not going.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go check that out, man. A little bit of NYCC news. I saw here. I just want to get laughs out of Sean and X when I do this. All right, so Marvel Comics maps out its biggest upcoming stories at New York Comic Con. We've got Avengers Assemble, Sins of Sinister, Summer of Symbiote, Dark Web, Captain America Cold War, the fall.
Cold War wasn't a New World Order.
Well, this is the comic.
These are comics.
Comic books.
Get this shit out of here, man.
Hey, but don't you know that if this was the movies, man, we would have seen nuclear movement on the X-Men books today. It'd been nuclear.
Get this shit out of here, man.
Man, every web of Spider-Man would have skyrocketed.
I'm sorry, I don't care for Marvel comic events. I'm not buying a single one of them. Get this shit out of my face.
Hey, Al. We got here, man. We got a Captain America Cold War. And we got Nomad is returning. Y'all see that? Nomad is returning. Now, who asked for that, man? Who went over there and stood outside the offices of Marvel and asked for the return of Nomad?
I'm with Apollo, man. Ain't nobody reading this shit.
Nobody want these baby.
They want their back. Who really wants this back in the comics? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, they running out of ideas over there, y'all. But we know,
Yeah, the
but
house
y'all know what's coming
ideas.
with that now. Y'all know what's coming with these now.
But-
y'all know what's coming, and that's going to lead us right into our main event.
So I got a
Y'all
quick
know.
question before we do that, though, right?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
So they just ended Edge of Spider-Verse, right? Like they're working to conclude that, and then they come with what was the name of it? Summer of Symbiote.
Yeah, that's next year. Yeah, some of.
If you're gonna end Edge of Spider-Verse, why would you come right back around with a Summer of Symbiote and then come with Dark Web? It's the same thing.
You know that dark web though, and I told Larry, man, dark web basically is going to be the old school Inferno from I think the late 80s, early 90s, because Madeline Pryor from X-Men is actually a main villain in that comic book. It don't look good, man. It doesn't. And there you go.
And the Fall of X, we know you like it.
I hope you enjoy them, Larry. I won't be reading them.
He gonna get every Momoko cover they make.
All right, y'all.
What is the Fall of X supposed to be? Like another?
Well,
go ahead.
The Fall of X, because you know all of them are on Krakoa, which right now the X-Men books are pretty good, especially Red and X-Men, the regular one. But you know, right now they're in Krakoa, on Krakoa, and Sins of Sinister is going to be fallout from the current story arc of Judgment Day, and then Fall of X is supposed to explore everything going to hell on Krakoa for the mutants and stuff. So that's basically it.
That's no different than the fall of Utopia.
Al,
fall of Asteroid M. You know.
Yeah, you gonna ride them series out, man, or you gonna just wait for some trades on that?
I don't know, man, because you know when I told you and Larry, I'm trying to find a way out of modern books, so I don't know, man. It just depends. I mean, like I said, man, the current X-Men titles are pretty good, but that's really the only thing that I collect from Marvel now. I don't collect nothing else. So not yet. They got one more issue in the main series, and then they got a couple of like books to tie it up. As when it started, it started off good, but it done fell flat now. So you know, I have to see what it's going to end up as. So.
All right, it is time for the main event. You know, one thing I like about that piece of video you did there, Al, and I just noticed it tonight, man. I've been watching this a long time and just caught it tonight. My boy ended with Farouk. My boy ended with Farouk. Y'all saw that? Did y'all see that?
Yeah, man.
A domination, baby.
Yeah, I had to get that off Farouk. Go ahead, Sean.
Man.
No, I'm good.
All right.
Farouk
So
Assad.
Tonight's main event it's kind of been a culmination of a main event. It's kind of started with a conversation I had with G-Man, who is enjoying himself in his lovely cabin. I don't know if y'all saw that. He's living the dream this weekend. But he told me, he said, Matt, he called me. We talked for a little bit. He said, Matt, I'm oh, okay. I thought it was Al. I was like, what the hell is going on? He said that he was.
I thought we were in Werewolf by Night just then.
Pull it down just a little bit, Al.
I was finna say, I don't need no more of that. I done had enough. No.
But G-Man said that he said, man, I'm getting out of the game, man. And I said, well, what you talking about, man? He said, I went to my LCS, man. And he said, I told him to take me off everything. He said, it's out of control, man. It's out of control. And I told him, I said, well, man, you know, this variant chasing, man, will bust your wallet wide open, man. I mean, it is to the point. And, you know, I hear people say, you know, this reminds me of the 90s. Bro, the 90s was bad, but I don't recall it. I don't recall seeing ones of 100 all over the place. Now, I saw shit books getting printed, but you seeing people going to cons, and this is no knock, you know, on some folks. You know, I saw Mel want to get a couple of books, but you got some folk, man, that are just going to these cons to get the exclusive, get back at their house by the end of the afternoon, and try to be a candidate for our segment on the following Saturday. And that's what I'm gonna start referring to some of this stuff as candidates for you must be out your damn mind. And you start seeing the thing that the one thing that has just driven me crazy is the consistent and constant reprints of books that's already out. Todd McFarlane Batman has been printed to hell and back, and where was this demand for that book? You know, 4 or 5 years ago. Hell, I would go to comic book cons and it would be sitting right there for people to buy. Now all of a sudden a red foil comes out, and now you're looking for $400 or $500, man. And then you saw the list you saw the books I just showed y'all that's coming next year. We know that's gonna be 50 books a candidate, man. Tell them, Cruz. It's a sheet for a sheet of plastic, baby. And all those books next year that's coming out. Every one of them series is gonna have at least the number one is gonna have about 30 issues. 30 issues, and some shine bone is gonna be vying for the 1 in 15,000. So that they can be a candidate on You Must Be Out Your Damn Mind. Sean, where does the madness stop? Because I even heard store owners, man. I told you I talked to Dave. Even Dave said it's out of control. And Dave been in this business for a long time, bro. We talking 40 plus. And when you got tried and true store owners saying it's out of control, it's out of control. It's out of control, man. It's so bad that and I'm just gonna wrap all this into one. Yeah, absolutely, bro. 50 variants, bro. It ain't but 2 of them worth a damn. Matter of fact, brother Cruz, I'll tell you what. It's been a while. We'll go there. We'll go there. Store here that shall remain nameless was pumping them out. They were pumping them out, man. They were pumping it out like gas. A couple of months ago, it was $4 a gallon, $5. They were the same way with the comic book. They were pumping them out, taxing. Top dollar. That book was printed so bad, Dave was giving them away at his store. Let's tell you how bad, how printing that was, man. And people were laughing.
Talking about the last Ronin?
The first one. Yeah,
oh wow.
Yeah, the week it came out. And I'm trying to remember exactly how it went because it's been about a year or two now. So I'm just trying to remember exactly how it went. I believe
it's longer than a year.
It's been about 3 years since that's been out. Yeah, because it was pandemic. It was
2 years.
Well, yeah, it's been about 2 years.
Yeah, it's 2 years because they took 1,200 months in between every issue.
So Dave, what Dave did was that week it came out, because he had so many that he said, you know, if you come in, he would give it to you. He would just add it in there.
Hold on. I got a question for that though. Was he giving them away because all of them were damaged, or was he giving them away because they had ordered so many? Because every store got damaged issues, or that the corners were bent on them.
He had solid books. I know this to be true. Because I had already bought one. So I was like, well, if I hadn't bought one, you know, and I got a variant. Mm-hmm. But you know, he was giving them away. Now the store that shall remain nameless was ready for top dollar. You know, and it's absolute let me tell y'all something. It is absolute comedy because when we were at the height of the slab craze, they were buying these books.
He still got them.
And they are sitting there. They are sitting there like that chain, like the chain that's on Super Mario, waiting on you to come over the pipe. I think it's chalk. You wait on the chalk, like the chalk. Yeah, and they are sitting there. And what I'm also seeing is I go into some stores as I travel the country, and I see books that were top of the line, you know, on these top 10 lists. And what do you see, man? What you see on the shelf? I see dust. I see dust
and outline.
Yeah, when you pull it, it's just like on Coming to America when they come off the sofa. Mm-hmm. That's what it looks like.
Soul glow.
Let your soul glow.
Let me wrap this in there because this gonna be we're gonna cover all bases tonight. This Wolverine 88 ordeal. This Wolverine 88 ordeal. It is absolutely, I'm gonna buzz it. It is absolutely out of order. It is absolutely. I'll hit that music. I think I'll cut the music off. Hit that again. That is out of order. $130 for a book that's $1.35. I told y'all could get that book with St. Ives cut out coupons. You can get that book with Michelob. You can go get that book. Everybody was giving that book away.
Zima.
I think, like, why they didn't care about this book? Why they didn't care about this book when Fox still had
Thank you.
I said it earlier. Right. I said it earlier with Wolverine Origins. Like,
say it again. Hold on. Oh, we got to cut that back up because I got to get extra round of applause for that. I got to give him a round of applause for that one. He got to get a round of applause. Say it again. Say it again for the masses in the back.
Why weren't they into it when Fox still had Deadpool?
He was sitting over there. It's the same thing when you look at them Deadpool movies, man. You look at all them Deadpool movies. You had all these X-Men characters. They've been sitting out there for decades. We had to watch that bridge getting towed up in X-Men 3. We had to watch that mutant we knew nothing about show up in X-Men 3. We had to watch all this stuff. We suffered. And now all of a sudden, because Disney put their name on it, now we're gonna jack it. Now the book is worth something. Half of y'all go out there that's like this Bishop. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something I'm seeing too. I've been seeing it in a couple long boxes. This Bishop been in X-Men for God knows how long. Been on cartoons and everything else.
Right.
Now all of a sudden we specking on Bishop.
He been in a movie.
And I ain't talking about TDJ.
Right.
He been in a movie.
That's his second on Bishop. They go
the man been in a movie and his book was still in the dollar bin.
Buck bin special. Wolverine, we saw it on the list. Wolverine annual, bro. I told Larry last night, I said, brother, we talking about Wolverine annual #1. I want you to understand that, man. Wolverine annual #1, bro. That is like you are reaching.
You see, we sitting on something. Something.
We need to go buy some more so we can sell them for like $200.
Right.
I mean, brother,
go ahead and throw it up though.
We are scraping the bottom of the barrel, man.
Man, look, Matt is spewing so much heat. I have to put my ceiling fan on because it's getting hot, man.
Just when I see these lists, and I sat back, man. Like I said, we've been off for a while, so I sat back, man. And my boy Mike would say, sat back in the cut like peroxide. Sat back there, and I've been sitting there watching. Sitting there watching
like peroxide.
And I saw this Wolverine madness. And I was on that phone. Larry's in the chat now. I was on the night and I said, Matt, get ready. 98 is going through the roof. All this Wolverine is going through the roof. Prepare yourself. Larry said, nah, man, ain't nobody gonna be buying that book. You know, those books like that, man. Yes, they are. Dave told me they sold a low grade. They said Nick that works at Daystore told me that they sold. Say the dude came in and he said he wanted the book so bad. Nick said, well, man, I just put 30 on it. You want it for 30? Dude said, yeah, I'll buy it. Nick said, well, shit, man, are you serious? He's like, yeah, I'll buy it. $30 for Wolverine 88. Let that sink in, y'all. It's like I told Larry. I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told Larry last night. You know, when you was in high school and you got ready to take that test, you got ready to take your standardized test, and they would say, put your pencil down and read the paragraph. Think about that, y'all. Wolverine 88. Yes, $100. I mean, this is where we had in comic collecting, bro. Wolverine 88, bro.
It's
not
ridiculous.
The Frank Miller Wolverine,
And
not Frank Miller Wolverine, not the one, not one that's actually that stands on something. We talking about Wolverine.
But this is what gets me though, is they don't even know what happens on the inside of the damn book.
Right.
They have no idea as to what goes on in the actual book. They just because
They
they were
want-
sitting on the
just
sofa
as-
together.
Hey, I went
They want it
and
just as they
digged out. I went and digged it out. First book I grabbed right here.
That is when you talk about, you know, plumbers have their pipes and they have their screwdrivers and everything. That is the 90s toolbox kit. That is the craftsman.
And you know what? How much I paid for this? Cover price, because I got it straight out when it came out.
Yeah. Larry said, I'm just gonna drop it. My boy Al told me, well, Larry said, man, you know, it's about supply and demand. Larry cleaned that up for me last night when we were talking, and I'm gonna tell you, he said,
Remo.
hey, my boy Larry said, I said, it can't be about supply. I said, it can't be about demand because there's too much damn supply. That book
Right.
there, and that is the Shonen special. I'm telling you, bro, Applebee's, you can go get that book anywhere. You just name them, bro. KB Toys.
Applebee's.
I mean, McCabe, you can just name it. You can go down there. Roses, Zell.
Woolworths.
Woolworth.
Stay out of the Woolworth.
Roses. Big Lots.
Service merchandise.
I told y'all,
Kmart.
Wilson's.
Wilson.
that book is in 3 packs at Ollie's. You can go get them over there at Ollie's right now. I know this. Jokers are out here spending hard-earned money on chicken shit. This is what that is, chicken shit. Unbelievable. This is where we are. Wolverine annual. This Remo. Man, you talked about this 2 weeks ago. Think about it, man. You drive down the street, man. Roll your window down, man. And you put your elbow up there like this, man. And you just look. You just say, damn, man. Wolverine annual #1?
Exactly.
Yo, look at it like this though. This shit is so crazy that book has literally decreased, like devalued all of the Marvel Comics Presents Wolverine books. Have y'all seen how quick them books have fallen off since that fucking trailer?
See, but that's the thing. You can't fall for it because the people that don't know think that Wolverine 88 is a book that you got to have when everybody who really knows it's just a filler book. You know what I mean? So it's a good cover. You know what I mean? People chase it for the cover, and it, like I say, it's not a key, but it's a minor key at best if you care about stuff like that. For the niche buyer. Other than that, man, that book, you can find that in, I won't say dollar bins, you'll find that in back issue bins, and you'll find 4 or 5 of them in the, you know what I mean?
Not no more. Not no more.
Right.
At least not here. Not in Macon, Georgia.
Well, we're going to the show tomorrow, so you can best believe y'all will be getting some posts tomorrow because I'm gonna find the shine bone that got this up there on the shelf. $300. I'm gonna find them and expose it. Go ahead, Al.
Let me say this too, because I think I mentioned it to either Matt or Larry. I think we talked about it the other night. And I want y'all to think about something, and I want the chat to think about this too. When you invest in these books, and as Matt has on the screen, 9.8, 600, 535, Wolverine #1 for $450. You know, it might have it actually went for less than that, $595. The logic behind buying these books to me, it baffles my mind that people could go out and just because they say, okay, this is about to happen in this movie. This book has been out there forever and a day, y'all. And just the mention of MCU and like Barbarian said about, being it as Disney, they have the ability to turn these books around and make these books out of basically paperweights. Because at the end of the day, when this Wolverine, when this movie is done, this book gonna go back to a $5, $10, $15 book.
Right.
So what is the allure of people going out buying these books because they announce something, and then all of a sudden, just because they announce it, this book has not done anything, no movers and shakers. I haven't seen this on Comic Tom or nothing. But now all of a sudden you put the MCU behind it, and next thing you know, people are buying these books, and it's like these books have no intrinsic value aside from the fact that Wolverine and Deadpool are going to be in the same movie. It ain't like it didn't happen because the Wolverine Origins, that was supposedly Deadpool in that movie.
But I mean, we've had three Wolverine movies and two Deadpool movies?
The Deadpool of mutants, as they call them.
But I mean, you have two movies that have already coming out. What is the books? I mean, I guess you could say they should go up, but I mean, the books that go up are the ones that should already be established as what they are. There should be no new books popping up out of the blue, like
exactly
88 as being a book that you need to have. Like
exactly,
the books that you need are already known and people have them. Those are the books that are supposed to increase in value.
Exactly.
And these are for people who can't get those books and they want to try and say that they have something worth anything. But if you buy that book for that amount, like, that's on you. Because that book ain't gonna be worth nothing next year.
Exactly. And that's my thing. You're gonna spend your money on what you want to spend it. And by all means, do you. But at the end of the day, you have to sit and scratch your head and wonder, what is the allure of this particular book being so expensive all of a sudden over a movie, an hour and 20-minute long movie, and then after the fact, it's gonna plummet. I mean, you think about the Vision, the West Coast Avengers book, that Vision, on how insanely expensive that book was. Now you could go and buy that book now for less than $100.
Hey, I'll tag me. I got something for you. I'll tag me.
Go ahead. You in.
This is what this book is going to result to when it's all said and done. Right there.
Hey, you got that trash bag from Aldis.
Right there.
Right here. Hey, I know them trash bags, dog. I know.
It's gonna be rough, man. A lot of folks are gonna be sitting there. They're gonna be sitting there, and they're gonna be candidates for you must be out your damn mind.
Nah, it's just you better love this book, because come next year you're gonna have lost all the money you invested into this book.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like literally, this book next year won't be a fraction of the amount that you pay. Like you will have lost as much as I did in my 401k in the last 2 years.
And that's it. Hey, right there. That's it. This is gonna be a candidate for death of Superman status, bro.
Yeah. Easily.
And the funny thing is, like, in the chat, in our private group, I told Larry I got multiple copies of it, and that was just because I like the cover alone. The story means absolutely nothing to me.
Yes, but then that would be like, so this would be the time if you were like, man, I need to get rid of some shit at the house. You can
I need to make some room
for profit right now. You know what I mean? Like, if that's what you want to do, you can sell it for profit. But other than that, it's going to be the same book. Oh yeah, just to know. Oh, okay, cool. It's spiked in price. All right, it ain't going nowhere. It's still in my collection.
Exactly.
That just lets me know it. You know, it has a little bit of value right now. But you look at all this stuff next year, it ain't worth nothing. That's why buy what you like, man.
And the same go with these variants too, man. Like, you got all these variants, and it's permeating the market, man. And it's like, at what point? Yeah, man. It's like, at what point is y'all gonna oversaturate the market? Like, people keep saying, Well, we're not gonna see the comic book bubble of the 90s, but man, I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. Like Apollo said, that Ronin 50. We don't even talk about the Eternals book that came out with a year or
60
two
different
ago.
covers.
Man, they had about 60 covers for that book.
That's for that book. Yep.
But you know what the worst thing about some of the variants is that the ones that aren't expensive, like the 1 in 100s, 1 in 1000s, they're cover price. But because the cover is so great, people try and put that on the list and say, "Oh, it's a hot variant," and then the comic shops is telling them
great, man.
they don't even price. They're not even like expensive variants. They're supposed to be cover price, but yet these shops are marking it up to $15-$20 because now it's the Middleton cover and it just came out of nowhere and it's hot and people want it, and now the shops are going to say, "Oh, we got to charge $20-$30 for that." I'm like, come the fuck on.
And that's the thing that we had a buddy, man, that quit, Shannon, man, and that's what did him in. And I told that joker, I said, you cannot get caught up in this train with these books when they come out, because what happens is some of these stores, they feed on you. We told y'all these stores, man. Said store was pulling books off the shelf, stuff that folks ordered. They would tuck them away. Like they hiding stuff from kids for Christmas.
Hey,
and you gotta go look for it.
Gonna have books, a box open with the book from your pull list sitting there, and you have to question them about the book that's in your pull list. If you don't believe me, the gentleman right here in the middle, in the top row,
experience. First hand, man.
It happened to me.
You know, even Brother Larry and folks know, anybody that goes shop with us know that Larry, back in the day, we talking 16s and 17s, Larry was, whatever variant was out, he had it. He had it. I guarantee you he had it. Larry got some of the hardest to find variants
and multiple copies.
Yeah.
Multiple copies, not putting his business out there, but Larry didn't want to burn any bridges with shop owners, so if it was in his pull list, he would get those variants from other stores also.
When Larry pulled back,
you know what I'm saying?
You know it got bad.
Right.
When Blaylock pulled back, you know it got bad. You know, I'm telling you, man, this variant thing is at a fever pitch. And you got a dose of it. When folks was going down there and they were on that acetate gate. That was the tipping point. I told folks that's where we at. We going out getting hollow foil Todd McFarlane's. We get.
I seen some of the booths at NYCC, and they were just flooded with like different copy variants, man. Like even the artists, like they had 6-7 different covers for books they were signing, and it's just too much, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like the shoe run when everybody was doing 50 different colors of Air Force Ones a month, and then, you know, the flights were the same way. It was just like, I don't want to do this no more. You know what I mean? Like, it just takes the fun out of it, you know? It's like,
I mean, I love covers. Like, y'all know, I'll buy variant covers all the time, but I have to, like Sean said, you know, my line in the sand was when, okay, so then you put out, like, let's take the Eternals, for example. Y'all put out 60 different covers for this comic book that are going to stores that I could go to. But then also, y'all have 4, 5, 6, 10 different variant covers on top of that are online exclusive to different comic book stores that are online on top of it. And like Sean said, these comic book stores, I can go to my local comic book shop and pick up one of the 60 regular covers for cover price. This comic book is still cover price, but because it's an exclusive to your online website, you're charging me $20 for the exact same book just because it's an exclusive to your store. Yep. And that's why I go online.
And then you put it on a list to make people go run chase after it when it sells out a book that's really not really that rare.
Great. Or rare, exactly.
You know, so it's like, I mean, buy what you like, man. Just I'm telling you, if
Don't
you're
fall for
gonna
the
be
hype.
happy, if you're gonna be happy, if I think of it like this, I don't buy nothing I won't be happy like hanging on to. You know what I mean? Like I don't buy books to sell them. You know what I mean? So when you buy these books, if you like them, whether you buy 1, 2, or 3 copies of them, as long as you are happy with them in the end, because 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get stuck holding the bag. If you're buying books to flip them, if you're not flipping them in the parking lot when you walk out of the shop that you just bought them from, like, don't bring them home, because it's like, you know what I mean? It's like if you're gonna flip, sell them immediately there and then get rid of them, because if not, man, like I don't buy books for that. So, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You know what? I'll be honest with you, man. Like, that ain't my business. You know what I'm saying? If they want to do these books and go into debt behind that, man, I can't tell them not to. I can't go tell the dude to not place a bet on Sunday. I can't. You know what I mean? Like, people gonna do what they do with their money, man. But I'm just telling you what I ain't gonna do. You
Right.
know? I ain't finna chase all these books. I ain't finna chase them paying the high prices for them. I ain't finna chase a book that I know ain't worth what they trying to tell me it's worth, and I'm just not gonna do it, man. I'm cool. Like, is this book going up? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the one you got to worry about. Like, why is that book not continuing?
Well, why is look at
They don't
180? I told
They
Dave
don't know.
I said 180, 181, and 182. I'm gonna say something I told Larry last night. Go make y'all laugh. I know right now at Dave's store you can get 182 for about $40 or $50. Now, why can you get that book for $40 or $50? And then you got, let's go over here. Let's go right back down here, man. Let's go back. We got Wolverine #1 annual, $19.99, bro. Man, this is
how much did a raw sell for? Is that how much a 9.8 went for?
$3,
Yeah.
bro. 21% increase,
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a book that should be.
brother.
Right.
It's a $5 book. It's
Man,
like,
this came
not
out
a $5. I don't want
$1
to
book, man.
the back issue bin, whatever your store sells back issue
$1
bin,
book,
that's how much that book is.
Yeah, I guarantee you that book, after it came out, the same year it was in dollar bins at cons that I went to.
And the copy you find most likely is going to be a high quality book, because it's going to have been in that bin since it got bought. So, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants that book.
The amount of 90s books that I found, even in the late 90s, 2000s, they were all bagged and boarded. It ain't like today now where dollar bins, none of the books are bagged and boarded because they don't even want to bother doing it. They just have to looking raggedy and shit. Back then, them books were fresh off the newsstands or something. They put them in bags and boards. If they ain't sell, they got them at the cons for $1.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and like I was talking, me and my wife were talking. We were watching some of the con videos, and I was like, 9 times out of 10, whatever books are at the cons in those long boxes, they want them bad boys gone by Sunday. They ain't trying to take none of that shit home.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna go in there and find a lot of these books when they get up to these astronomical prices. The smart vendors don't up the prices crazy, because they want to sell all this stuff. You don't put that Wolverine 88 inside of your long box for $100 or $80. You know what I'm saying? Like, you tripping.
Bro, that Wolverine 88 is not even a wall book.
But that's what I'm saying. Book. And like, if it is a wall book,
if it's in your box, it better be in the $5 bin.
Hey,
period.
We're going to see them on the wall tomorrow.
We're going to see them tomorrow. It's going to be comedy out.
Oh, yeah.
Matt will expose them tomorrow. There will be photos on IG.
It's a $6 book, man, and I'll give them $50 for the CGC processor. So I'll say it's at most a $60 9.8.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me put y'all on game. All these world class variants. I wish Larry was up there tonight, but Al can vouch for it because he's seen it. All these world class variants that we see. All you got to do Just come on over here to Georgia. Go there to the Claremont. Go there to Claremont Hotel, Marriott. Walk through the door. Chris, you were there. You seen it too. You walk in the door. First section you're gonna see is Earl the Pearl. You just proceed to walk down any box you want, and I guarantee you these $200, $300, $400 variants are sitting in his dollar box.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm lying, am I lying? Now, if I'm lying, tell me I'm wrong, Al.
No, you're right.
It need to be world-class variants.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah.
World-class variants.
Because I know Infinite Realities. They have 3 variant boxes actually, usually sitting up front. But the difference is with them, their variant boxes are full of the 1 in 25, 1 in 50 variants of a comic. You know, not the standard variants. So I give them a little bit of leeway when I look at it, and they're asking like $15 for it. Because, all right, it's the 1 in 25, it's the 1 in 50, it's the 1 in 100, whatever. All right, then I can give you some leeway on that. But you're right. Like once the story hit, because I guarantee you, if you go to your local comic shop right now, you could probably find every variant that came out for Eternals, all 60 of them, sitting in dollar bins somewhere, easily.
Mm-hmm. And if they were so happen to sell out of the ones that are in there, they got more in the back. Trust me.
They get more in the back. Exactly.
Yeah, look
that
at
box will get replenished. Like they got plenty.
On this Toys R Us edition. First meeting of Deadpool and the X-Men. First battle of Deadpool and Gambit.
So that's why that book is on that list, bro. I'm telling you, man.
I don't care.
They were in the movie together already.
Let me help y'all out. I'm telling you, that damn bugs, man. I love this shit. It's wrong. Yeah, you want that too? It's in that too.
There it is.
And for good measure. Give a damn about the memories of X-Men Premium Edition.
This shit was in those Toys R Us packs. I guarantee you, I saw that shit in the front of those Toys R Us packs whenever we went to Toys R Us. All those comics they had hanging on, I got a couple of those packs, but that one, I know I never got that one, but come on.
It's rough,
There's
man.
some ex Toys R Us employees sitting somewhere right now.
I mean, but honestly, even if they were, they can have as many as they want. I don't want that book.
Exactly.
It's not. I don't. There's no
it ain't
reason for you to chase that book at all. Like unless you need it to fill your run, like that is not a book that you should be out here going crazy.
That's not even a run collecting book. It's
right.
Just
if you
Toys R Us
need that book to
edition,
fill your run.
There's no run for it to fit in.
Right. I mean, he's not wrong. Ask the average collector that picks up every week when was the last time he had a chance to actually read one of his comic books.
It's getting rough, man.
Yeah, the game. I'm telling you, man, it's getting rough out there, man. In these comic streets. Man.
Like I just think a lot of these books are people preying on the fact of what Apollo Crews just says. A lot of people don't read. So
yeah.
I could tell you what's happening in this book, and everybody can act like that's what happened. But if you don't read, you're not going to figure out that ain't what's said in the book. You know what I'm saying?
They'd rather just Wikipedia the comic and they're opposed to reading it themselves.
And that's going to be a narrative that people that have multiple copies of certain books want to sell and push the narrative that book is worth something because they don't have the other one that really is worth something, where they trying to sell that to get something that they want.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They're trying to use that as funds to get a better book.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and a lot of these books, if you don't know no better, and they're always like, oh, you got to be, nah, man. You're going to have to slip a few times before you learn to have to, you got to gauge the area. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't, I'll say it again. If you buy the books you like, then nobody can tell you wrong. You know what I'm saying? You won't be chasing certain books because they're not books that are on your radar.
Oh, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing. I mean, I'm on the fence about it. It's like I feel like this whole variant situation, everything. Like, on the one hand, I'm happy because we're getting really good content. You know, we're getting great movies, TV shows, and all kinds of other stuff. Hopefully, decent stories with everything they've got planned out. But on the other hand, I'm waiting and hoping for the comic book pop culture bubble. Man, fuck that comic book. Bubble to just go ahead and pop. Because then all this FOMO from these people who aren't really into the world of comic books will get out and be gone. And it can all calm back down again.
Well, see,
you know,
here's what I think.
You want a healthy level of it. A healthy level of that.
This is what needs to happen with the variants, right? It needs to go back to just instead of having every single artist that you can think of making a different cover for every single book, they need to have one or two artists to do specific runs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
have like a raffle, and only one artist and one shop can do it per month or something. You know,
because right now you got first of all, they got so many number ones for everything, so every artist got to have their number one variant and this, that, and the other. But you get to really weed out the quote unquote less talented artists. Yeah.
Look at this, man.
Like,
no, how many Action comic reprint have we seen, y'all?
At least 6, bare minimum 6.
I mean, I know I keep bringing up this young lady name, but Peach Momoko don't need to do a damn cover for every fucking book that's made. You know what I'm saying? Scott Young don't need to do a variant for every single book that's made. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, just pick somebody. Hey, you like him, but he don't need to do a cover for every book.
Right, exactly.
I want that book, man, but I don't want to pay $100 for it.
I mean, and then funny thing about Scotty Young, I like pop vinyls, but I'm not gonna buy his comic books because they don't look good. Not to me. Some of them they do.
The 2 Spider-Man variants.
Majority of them they don't.
I like that Storm variant though.
I thought that was Lady Death for a second. That's Storm Bikini variant.
Okay
then.
But see, like I like that cover too, but
that's not gonna be on the shelf at your local store.
When you got people,
somebody got a definite story variant for that one.
Like, how is it that people would rather get a Scotty Young variant over their Auto variant?
Right, exactly. Like, or Mark Brooks, because I like that Psylocke variant that's right there, because he's got 2 different variants for X-Men 15 with Psylocke, and that's just one of them. But like, there's so many other artists. Like you said, like I like Peach Momoko, but I only like certain covers by her because like all of them are not winners. Like all of them are not great, like you said. And Scotty Young, it is very rare that I see a Scotty Young cover and I'm just like, I gotta have it. Like it's like you say when you're reading the previews and you see it's like, oh, new comic book coming out, it's issue 39, and there are 4 covers for this comic book. Don't nothing happen.
One store might have 4.
You know, Chris, you saying I got to have it, and I'm surprised nobody hasn't used the LOG song and gone to a comic store and pull each book. Let's say I gotta have it, because that's what it feels like with these variants, man.
Man,
you might have just gave me an idea for a segment.
Yeah.
Like I said, like these con variants don't mean nothing to me. Like, cause especially I don't live in New York. I'm not making a trip just to go to NYC. Like these con variants are irrelevant to me because they might as well don't exist. They're in the realm of things that I'm never gonna spend that amount of money for something that simple on. Like, I'm just not gonna do it just because it's a con variant. And I may like the cover, but I'm not gonna pay that $100. Like, the Peach Momoko variant right there with her as like a Disney princess. It looks cool. My daughter will probably love it. I'm not dropping $100 on that shit though.
The only one I'm digging is that Frank Miller 300, that jock cover with all the soldiers making up the helmet. That shit to me is like I just can't spend $100.
Right.
That's why I don't even bother looking at the list of variants, because it's like if I'm not going to buy them, then I'm not going to bother looking at them.
How is it that artists get credit for blank covers?
I've been wondering that for quite some time.
Like,
this is hard to me.
This is cool right here, but at the same time, when I realize it's just their shields, I honestly lost interest in it. I ain't knocking it though, you know.
I mean, here you go. Right
I
here.
mean, that's a dope Super. That is a dope cover, but I'm not paying $150 for that shit.
Hell no.
No sir.
Why?
And it's a 9.6.
Why do they have
if it was
to?
a 9.9? Like I'm not.
I mean, but I'd rather get a raw copy than if I'm gonna pay that
Right,
much.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, we are living in some perilous times, man. When you see,
Now you just can't fall for it. You can't pay them prices. Don't buy the books. Like,
I told what I tell you on the phone, Remo. What I tell you on the phone, Remo.
Look at that Batman. Click on that Batman right there.
I told you, Remo. I said you have to be like Bane. No,
Yeah.
brother.
no.
There must be one of us in the wreckage.
Like y'all mean to tell me this cover right here didn't look better than that Superman son of Kal-El?
Yeah, but this is one of them ones that's hidden. This one hidden too.
Yeah, but how many of that cover have you seen this year? You did the whole Invincible thing. You did the whole, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't think. I forgot about that.
I'm over that Kirkham shit. Like, I'm not trying to knock it like that. You know what I'm saying? I won't spend. I'm good, man. Cool. You got the Moon Knight. You got Invincible. You got his dad. You got Battle Beast. You got Adam Eve. You got the Homelander. Like, you got that cover for everybody. Like, I'm
Right.
good.
But see that falls back into what I was saying. How these same artists are doing variants for every single title that comes out. You know what I'm saying? Stop letting them all work on every single title and give them something specific to work on. Give them a run.
And I guess that's what they're doing. They're trying to give the people, okay, if you like Invincible, we got a bunch of covers for them. If you like Homelander, we got the cover for you. And I get that, but it's just like, it seems to me like it's just
and
overkill.
You got all the artists now that pretty much aping Art Germ style, and you seeing almost the exact same poses or the same style of digital art on all these female characters with Art Germ style, signature style. And it's like now you diluting all of his stuff.
They look like the Street Fighter covers.
The perfect example, Sean, is when the new Spider-Gwen comic came out. There was one artist who did all the variant covers, but he put her in the same pose on all the covers and just changed the costume across all the covers. That's all he did. She had one as Wolverine, one as Captain America, one in her Carnage, and they're all the same pose, same background, same everything. He just slapped a dip. Like, I appreciate the workflow as an artist because you're one artist working on multiple covers. Man, come on, y'all gonna put out that many covers and then not even do anything different to them? Like, I'm just buying it's just a costume swap. Like, that's lazy. Like you're saying,
yeah, that's
just lazy work. You put out 30 different variant covers, but they're really actually all the same cover because all she's doing is putting on a different costume.
That's like version copies.
I told y'all I have no pity on these show owners who pile this stuff up in hopes that somebody coming out on Wednesday to drop hard cash on that. And that, like Remo said, if that's what you want to spend your money on, then knock yourself out. But as for me and my crew, we will not be spending money on foolishness like that. So when it's time
I'm going to cons and I'm picking up Bronze Age books, man. I'm picking up books, for my Conan run and all the older titles that I can get for cheap. Stuff from the Bronze Age, even Silver Age books. There's some good price Silver Age books that people be missing out on. Golden Age books. I was looking through the Golden Age stuff at Daytona Beach Comic Con. And I was like, man, I can dig this. If I pick this up, have a few Golden Age books.
Bro,
there's some gems out there, man. Like people are forgetting all about that shit. You just gotta go in there and know what you're looking for and scoop them up.
I don't got time for those 1 in 50 variants and those con exclusive variants.
They're new.
Yeah, I'm like, man, fuck that shit. Let me go.
Half the time they don't look better than the B.
Yeah, let me go over the Dave's and get a Prince book from back in the day. I'm like that Prince book is slamming. I'll take that over the.
But it's like this. It's like me and Matt be always we text back and forth the old schools. Them cars you can't find no more. We used to be able to walk down the street and somebody had them parked in their driveway. Hey, how much you want for it? You can't do that no more. It's like that with the comic books, man. There's certain books, man, that pretty soon they ain't gonna be available. You ain't gonna be able to find them because they're not gonna be around. Like you gonna find all this 2000 and 2010 stuff, like it's gonna be available, but all that other shit is gonna be gone.
And you see what Chef R.D. Harris put in. Don't forget the Do You Poo books. I never got the fucking appeal of the Do You Poo, the Harley Thins and shit like that. I'm like, people are just trying to scoop up all that shit, and I'm like, what is the appeal of those books? You know, other than Winnie the Pooh being in comic book form and aping all the characters like Deadpool and all that. I'm like, I ain't got time for that shit.
Go ahead, Al.
Don't fall for it.
Hey, let me tell y'all, at the end of the day, I got me an X-Men 7 Wait for Me for $250. And I ain't talking about the 90s X-Men 7. I'm talking about 1964 pre-silver rights of $250. So they can keep all these variant books, man. I don't care. I'm gonna buy these Silver Age X-Men books, and I'm gonna be looking at all these Jokers. Like I've been looking at that. Y'all remember I told y'all about that Dark Crisis book that Captain carried. They're still trying to sell that book for $40, and I ain't bought it yet. It's a couple of them that was out there, man. That I thought I checked about maybe a week or two ago, and I said, bro, I'm not finna spend that kind of money for this book.
You know, your boy still got that. He still got your Robin King over there. He's looking for that $30, man.
You can keep looking.
Hey, man, the bottom line here, man, is a lot of these stores are gonna have to go to our tried and true method. Get out your red tape, your red rope, your popcorn, your spotlight, your instant lighting. Get you some instances of Erykah Badu playing in the background. And just you're gonna have all that stuff where folks can walk through there and take a look at it, man. Because you're gonna be stuck with that stuff, man. And see, Larry, you're different though, brother. You collect for books to read in the complete run. Most folk that me and Remo talking about, you see them.
Yeah.
They be going, they be looking for the variant, they be trying to get
the ones that be busting out their phone looking in key collector to see if they can find certain ones.
Yeah. I bust one dude say, hey man, you over in key collector? I said, no, bro, I'm in CLZ to make sure I ain't got this shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all be going to the key collector.
Yep.
No. No. And shit, if you do your upgrade, you wouldn't have to go to key collector because it's in CLZ.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
If you did the damn upgrade.
Eventually, you'll be like, I don't care what nobody says. I'm looking for this book, and this is what I'm finna get, and this is what I'm trying to find. And I don't care what nobody else is talking about.
It's like I said tomorrow, I'm gonna give y'all the game plan. We're gonna go up 75 tomorrow. I'm gonna get off in County. I'm gonna hang that left, go fuck in that hotel. I'm gonna walk down that hallway, past the bathroom. I'm gonna say hey to John Mayo. I'm gonna walk straight ahead. I'm gonna see my boy Earl the Pearl. I'm gonna put my finger just like I'm doing, just like that right now. What's up, there, bro, Earl? I'm gonna walk right over that line, that corner. Y'all know where I'm going to the full box.
You're going straight behind the table.
Yeah, right behind the box.
Straight behind the table with no permission. Just walk straight back there.
Hey, how he can go behind the table?
Yeah,
how you go behind the table?
Hey, tell them the looks they were getting.
We witnessed it. We witnessed it,
man.
Bro, I'm a repeat buyer, bro. I just pull them out. LB Cole.
Hey, Puff.
And they be like, how he able to go back there? Be like,
Puff.
Go back there.
Me and Al looked at each other like that at the last one. We were like, they're like, damn, he just walked back there.
Yeah, I'm
velvet rope. He just crossed
he walked up, shook his hand, and went straight into the big box.
Man,
and I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? And other people like, he must work for him. Like, what?
And people can sit there all they want. And I've been watching it. Tomorrow, I'm gonna walk around tomorrow because I want to see the stupidity. Joker's gonna be buying Wolverine 88. They're gonna be getting the first appearance. They're gonna be getting the first appearance of Frogman. They're gonna be that book that people was
He gonna get it after he done broke his leg in the
Hey, when he broke his leg
Hold
on the
up.
show, hey, Sean, when he broke
After he done burnt them legs with jet
Right.
fuel, man.
he said, hey man,
They tried to sue.
yeah. What did you put in those? What did you use, man? Jet fuel. Oh, did you read the instructions? But yeah, you know, they're gonna be out there tomorrow. They're gonna be buying that stuff, man. And I'm gonna be walking right around, just like you said. I'm gonna be going just golden age, pre-silver, and I'm gonna be tucking them in my bag, walking out the door. And when I go on these panels, they say, well, "Where the hell did you find that at?" In the long box, because everybody else was over looking for the first appearance of Jack B. Nimble, and so you know they can have it, man. They can have it, bro. My days of powerhouse modern variant are over. It's like Larry stated earlier. If you be patient and wait to the Black Friday, a lot of this stuff you can get over on Midtown, and we know this.
Yep.
We've seen it. You can go.
Bro, I at Daytona Beach, I saw I picked up that Wonder Woman black and gold. I was like, that shit was like $6-7 when it came out, man. I got it for $1.
Yeah,
it's all about playing the waiting game.
Play the waiting game, man. If you some of these books you want to wait on, go. Then every once in a while you'll see a cool cover. You say, you know what, man? You know, I want that IEK woman, the K woman that Hal got. You know, the one I got. You know, every once in a while you'll see something that pop out. You go, okay, yeah, you know, my a couple covers every here and there. But for you to for each week you're buying the one in 50. Just like the Joker we know down here, and that was that store that shall remain nameless, ordering 500 copies of Vampirilla. No offense, Sean. Vampirilla.
Shit.
And you know, Sean, you know them when you talk about getting them Vampirilla variants. You did some serious ordering to get them. Just ordering that, just piling up the store full of Vampirilla books, man. I'm telling you, man. He right.
Hey, Al, you had that on the side just waiting to show?
Actually, I pulled these in this right here because I'm gonna send these off to get them graded and stuff. So I got them right here. It's like these three.
How much you get that prints for, Al?
Man, I got this up at Days for like $5.
See? I bet you get a high return on that. That you can on Wolverine 1 annual.
Right.
I bet you that. The bottom line here, people, is y'all be smart with your money, man. That Remo say, if you want to spend your money on that, man, then that's cool. But like he said, you know, me and Remo, we every day we probably me and him sharing old school car pictures from on Instagram, and the box Chevys that nobody else wanted, all sitting over in Dubai. They all sitting over in Dubai now, and now they custom. Now people want them now. You know, the comic book game is no different. Your Silver Age, I'm gonna tell y'all again. We told y'all this last year. We're gonna say it again. If you do not get your Silver Age X-Men in this current climate, you will be crying very soon.
Not just Silver Age, but that Bronze Age Silver,
yep.
and the Bronze Age, and especially that Claremont run.
Yep.
If you won't jump on that stuff right now, you ain't gonna never get it. Because I'm telling you, the stuff, them books already. Shoot, the first appearance of Dazzler go for $100 strong. Plus, that's a raw copy.
I saw, and I'm not exaggerating. I saw the first appearance of Sauron going for $200.
Oh, look who just showed up in the chat.
What's up,
That's
Donnie?
the dog.
The man who will walk out empty-handed if he sees bullshit.
Yeah,
In a minute.
man, you will pay the price if you don't get this stuff. It's like I'm telling y'all, the new movement. Everybody's gonna say, you know what, man? Hashtag fuck this new shit, man. We moving over here. We going back to basics. Go right down the line. Like you said, you can get Silver Age.
It's like Larry was saying. If you're looking at Key Collector, you're already too late. So if you buying in now, then that's up to you.
Buy at your own risk.
Yeah, it's already too late. Like when people start talking about books, why are you gonna go start looking for it?
Buy at your own risk. Yeah,
Mhm.
go ahead.
But see, that's why I was talking about this at that Wolverine 88, man. It's like it just mystifies me. And the New Mutants 98, it I mean, just how many times have we seen New Mutants 98 rise and fall, rise and fall, rise and fall? How many times have we seen this book on a list? Like at this particular point in the game, Deadpool has had 2 movies. They're working on the 3rd one. If you ain't got that book by now, why are you trying to get it? It just don't make sense to me, man. But like you said, Remo, they can buy whatever they want to spend their money on, they can spend it on it. To me, it just don't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all.
I'd rather have the X-Men 7 for $250 than I would some variant of a trade dress and a virgin variant for the, you know what I mean? Like, come on, $175, you know.
You know, cats out here spending. I'm gonna show y'all something, man. Cats out here spending $400-500 on chicken shit. A couple years ago, you could have got this at $10, $10-15.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this to be true because I got 2 copies for $40 combined.
No.
Y'all can go. Hey man, knock yourself out, man. Get your Wolverine 88s and your Toys R Us variants and all that, man.
Hey, look, the only affordable piece in there is that keychain.
All right.
You ain't lying.
I mean, let's keep it all the way real though. That's still a pretty good price for that book. You know what I mean? Like, because as soon as he comes back, and you know he's not going to be just he's not going to just be in Fantastic Four. He might not even be in the Fantastic Four, but he might be in something else, and he's going to be a long-term character. Like, you know what I mean? Like people are going to forget, man, and sleep. Like, that ain't a bad price, man.
I'm calling it.
Doom can be in any character's movie because he messes with everybody.
Everybody.
I'm calling now. We probably gonna see that Joker at the end credits of Wakanda Forever.
I think so, personally.
It's gonna be before the end credit.
Mm-hmm. He involved somehow.
Yep.
Just like we seen Zeus in Love and Thunder, Doom gonna be in there.
What about the Go to God Butcher books, man?
Oh, them things. I go buy him still. I still would buy him. But, you know, that's just me. But if you was trying to cash out, like, it's probably too late.
It's too late. Way too late.
Yep. All right, fellas. Any last thoughts on the madness before we shut it down? Before we head over to the hall. Oh,
I'll show my haul first.
Wait a minute. Let me hide that. That's the Mexican brand. I was like Larry probably saw that one. Like, oh, shit.
I'd have been like, hold on.
Oh shit!
Hey,
I see that was another thing that I didn't jump on the bandwagon of, all those Run the Jewel variants. Like, I love the album, but like I never jumped on all that. You know, get every copy or get all the different variants for that. I was like, I ain't got time for that.
The Black Panther and the Power Man Iron Fist. Those are the ones I like. And that one right there, that Deadpool's pretty dope.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, fellas. Well,
hey, fellas, I gotta drop off because my daughter's up here gaming and she's getting louder and louder. She done downloaded Overwatch today, so.
Hey, man. Oh yeah. Tell her I said it's time for the reckoning.
I told her, I was like,
she'll be cosplaying them too.
Oh man, she's doing the most right now. But all right, you fellas, it was good talking to y'all. And I'll be in touch with y'all this week.
I'm surprised you still up from junking after sitting on junking chat.
Man,
hold on, how you do it?
I was falling asleep on the screen. That's why
I want to hear you say nothing else about G-Man at night. I was going heavy over that boy.
I'll be over here. I'm laying in bed. I'll be like, man, I got to go, man. I'll be up at like 3:34 in the morning West Coast time every day.
That's West Coast time, y'all. That's West Coast time. They ain't our time.
So I'll be up early, and then I just be like, by that time, man, I'll be burnt out.
And by the time he get out, Natasha and Boris be coming on ABC.
You know, Rock and Bull.
right, y'all.
All right,
All
Reese.
right,
All right, dude.
All right,
Great
peace.
seeing you, man.
All right, peace. All right, y'all. Here we go. All right. Sean.
Hey, before we
Go
get
ahead.
into, let me answer this question right quick. I doubt this very seriously. And I don't believe this would even happen. And I don't want to even open up a can of worms because I have paused with the word woke. In terms of what it used to mean as opposed to what it currently means now. So, but just to answer that question, a lot of people would be upset, of course, if Dr. Doom was a female, but I don't think Disney would be that dumb to do something like that, man. So, yeah, that would be something that would probably hurt them more than anything, for sure. But yeah, we'll address that in another show. So go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to make sure that question was actually answered.
That's
But
all good, brother.
I don't have any books this week, so I haven't been to the comic book store. So
Sean.
Yeah, I have a few books I want to show. I got my haul. I got G.I. Joe 298, getting closer to the end of this run. 300 is the last issue. Got that.
they ending the series.
Elvira. Yeah,
Oh.
the end of the series.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Larry Hammer's been doing this since he came back doing it, so time to end it. Here's some Vampirella. You know, Vampirella Strikes number 5. And Vampirella Year 1, number 3, continuing Christopher Priest. And see, when you get these variants, get the B cover with cover price. Unbreakable Red Sonja. I'm so sick of Dynamite with their non-stop mini-series of both Red Sonja and Vampirella. I just want one series and that's it, but I'll give this a shot. I probably won't like it.
If you keep buying it, they're gonna keep making it.
But I always stop after the first because it sucks. So I like, nah, I ain't sporting it. Poison Ivy number 5.
It look like an
Wiki
evil
cover.
Groot.
Yeah. That's what happens when she takes over Groot.
Damn.
I have not read this since the first issue, but I'm waiting to get all 6 issues and then I'll read it all. But Blood Syndicate season 1 number 5.
I'm missing that one.
And I got a new shop in my area. It's another Coliseum of comics. You know, it's the 10th store in the franchise of Florida. And I went in there, I got some video I uploaded on my channel, so check it out if y'all want to. But the only book I purchased is a variant, but you know, it's a variant that we all know and enjoy, and it's hip hop related.
Oh, Pete Rock and CL Smooth.
Yeah.
I think this was the Main Ingredient album, wasn't it?
Yep. The Main Ingredient. And I had $10 off with my Coliseum card, so I was able to. It was $30. I got it for $20. I'll take that. But you know, it's a variant that I wanted because it's the hip hop variant, and you know, we all love hip hop on the panel, so I just had to snatch that up. So that is all for me.
That was a good pickup, bro. Because that all them hip hop variants is starting to.
Forget about that DMX, all new Wolverine, man.
That one and the Doctor Strange one with the Chronic, and the Black album with Black Panther on it. That one's going up too. So,
all right. I mean, the only thing I got is I got my glow in the dark Chase variant.
Yeah, with the Elric. All
So,
right.
but it's my haul is gonna be real thin because everything I get is getting boxed up anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Man, I just noticed Vision was crying on that picture, but that's
crying. Wolverine 88.
Going through some things, man.
Wolverine 88. All right, so we got Sailor Moon #1. Glad to finally have gotten that.
Man, that thing look brand spanking new.
Look at shout out to Dave, man, for pulling that out the box, man. Let me grab
Hey, X, don't you agree that this new setup for Matt just makes him look even more in HD? You know,
Yeah.
shining.
Bart Simpson, Ladies Man.
You notice how the camera focuses on the book and him alike too?
Oh,
Look at that. Look at that.
But
Okay.
I
what
bought
Sonic is that?
This is issue number 8, and I got it because of Captain America and Ghost Rider in the dust and Wolverine's arm. So it'll probably go up another $400.
No, I just noticed that.
Yeah, because Wolverine.
Yeah, I know. Jason's trying to get all the earlier Sonics.
Well, tell him next time. Make sure you check out Dave, man, because Dave have some of that stuff in his box. I got Morning Glories #1. I've been trying to find that for a while. We got some good old Dave Stevens, Amazing Heroes special.
Good old Rocketeer.
We got this is an Archie I had never seen before. It's called Dilton Strange Science. So I was like, you know what? I'll pick that up. Just this is something you don't see all the time. So I decided I'll pick that up.
Man, I know this is completely off subject, but the color of that room is yeah.
Appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, that's a good layout. I like that.
We got Archie's Christmas stocking.
There's a bunch of squirrel girls on there.
We got Betty and Veronica 54.
Back on.
And we got some Golden Age here. We got some Jughead. Number 5. All right, and now we're going to a couple other books here. I got some stuff that's hey G-Man ain't here tonight. But we got a Heavy Metal. Ooh.
That ain't new camera. That ain't new camera.
That early.
Yeah.
It's a new layout.
And then we got Heavy Metal 1978.
Hey man, she got as much as that horse she's sitting on.
He got that cake.
Duncan Hines, man.
That is cake. All right, and we got some Jungle Comics here. We got some Maurice Whitman Jungle Comics.
And for any of our new viewers, if you don't know, Matt is the resident Golden Age individual on the panel.
Golden Age guru.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to infringe on somebody else's copyright. So.
He's our Golden Age guru on the comic call.
That's right. That's right.
Rocket to the Moon.
Some of them covers that makes good posters.
Yeah, man. We got Planet Comics number 57. I have some LB Cole. We have Terrifying Tales. The Grim Secret.
Done.
Yeah, the alligator going to work, baby.
Done.
Fresh meat. So,
She got caught in the Everglades. Now she ain't getting away from that. No matter how much of a Tungu girl she is.
All right, we got some. Shout out to Dave on these, and this is why we telling folks. We were just talking last segment. You can find this stuff, man. This is what $100 to get you right here. Jungle Comics 57 slab. And then left to stick on that and prove it. Another 105. Jumbo Comics 91.
So they sure gonna be happy when you come back on the Comic Collector Club.
But y'all tell me Wolverine 88 is where it's at. So we got some pulp, y'all. We got some pulp. We got Fantastic Adventures.
Nice. Them old pulp books, man. Great reads.
Amazing stories. And closing us out tonight is a massive book that I had to drive to go find. Would not tell you to shop, so don't ask me. I already told you. I said, nope, you won't know. But I will tell you this. I drove, got the book, secured the book. It's an extremely rare book. I'll give you a little backstory. The person that bought this book bought it from someone from in Europe. The person from Europe got it to him. You probably not going to see too many of these in existence, but when I saw the cover, I knew I had to have it, so I went back and got it. It is Horror Stories. I want y'all to look at that cover. That's probably one of the most outrageous covers that I have seen in a while. This is an extremely rare book. The backstory on this this book is the run was cut short because of the World War. So they took the majority of the pulps that came out during this era and they used it for paper for the war. So they ended the run. So the run is extremely short. I think it ran up to maybe 1940 or whatever. So the fact that this is still existing in itself is pretty miraculous. So yes, I paid, for those who want to know, I paid quite a bit of money for this. And yes, this is a pulp and it's in fairly decent shape for its age. And everybody who collects pulps know that it kind of can be a little fringy there on the paper. That's why they call it pulps. But this is an extremely rare copy, and you don't see Horror Stories out too far in the wild. And if you just want to get a roundabout figure, hop on eBay and look up to see what some of the lowest of the low grades go for. So that is that.
Man, that's awesome right there.
For my haul. So that is,
I got one more thing to show, but
sure, brother.
I want to show it on the channel, but shout out to Immortal Biggie Shack. He was able to send me a sketch cover done by Mr. Miracle. If you don't subscribe to Mr. Miracle on YouTube, he's another great comic book YouTuber collector. He's been talking about stuff that we people should be buying instead of all these bullshit ass variants. But he's talking about books that people are not looking for. But shout out to him. He does sketch covers, and Biggie sent me.
Okay.
Stay Puff.
That's dope.
With the proton packs coming through, man. Y'all don't see that?
Yeah. So
he light his ass up too, boy.
Oh yeah, he's on fire, man. He's steaming mad.
yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Biggie Shack. Shout out to Mr. Miracle. Comic Collector Club this coming Friday is back after a 3-week hiatus, so I will be on there. I know Matt's looking to join. If anybody wants to join, you're welcome to join if y'all want to join. But we always have a great time on that show, just talking comics.
Hey man, the only way I join that show is I have to pull out all my Silver Age X-Men because it's inferiority, man, with some of these books, man. Like it's like I
go on there and I know I'm not on them guys' level, especially Comic Collector Geek, but I just enjoy seeing the stuff that they be showing, man.
Well, you know what? I take that back. I do have some obscure books I can actually show that a lot of people might not like. I mean, might not want. I mean, might not have. Good God, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
But yeah, we just have a great time, man.
When is it?
Friday nights at 8:00.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for joining us tonight. Stay away from Wolverine 88 and Wolverine Annual #1. Go buy you some Golden Age and some Silver Age, and your life will be much better. Or go pick up a couple of My Hero Academia pops. Your life will be a whole lot better.
Don't. Al, in my line, don't start.
Hey, I'm just messing with y'all. I do. I get a rise at y'all on that.
Don't start.
Hey, but I will say though. Go ahead.
I was gonna say they just announced 5 more Demon Slayer pops today, and Rengoku is one of them.
Oh, your word.
Yeah.
And let me just say this before you end it. When you
Yeah,
talking
go
about
ahead,
the
bro.
My Hero Academia pops, I gotta say it's 2 words, and X gonna know what I'm talking about. Dobby and Stain.
Hey, yo.
Hey man, they talking language I have no clue, man. It sounds
Let me
foreign.
just say, okay, so Stain, Dobby and Stain are both characters from My Hero Academia, and they Funko Pops were GameStop Commons. They were GameStop Commons. And right now, Dobby is going for what? How much? $300?
Yeah, the shared exclusive is 350. The Comic-Con version is 500. And Stain is like 190 or something like that. And the shared exclusive is like 85 or something like that. So yeah. Yeah.
Don't sleep, but hey, man,
Just 2.
them pop, just them 2.
Just 2. And I'm missing 3 out of the entire run.
Wow.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day, man.
I'll take it back. 4. I gotta get my hands on Deku in school with the school.
All right. Also, man. Well, with that, we will be back next weekend with more Comic Hall Crew. People, remember, if y'all seeing the madness on eBay, make sure y'all send it to us at the Comic Hall Crew, and we will add it into our "You Must Be Out Your Damn Mind" segment. We always looking for some goodies, so y'all keep an eye out in these YouTube and these eBay streets, rather. All right. Well, with that, I'm Matt, and for Al, X, Puff. Glad to see Remo swing through the night. G-Man, enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy that vacation. Looks like a nice cabin you staying at, my man. Y'all have a good one, and we'll be back next week. Peace.
Later, y'all.